Is everyone feeling all right to start? I can give a recap, which for some people will be useful.
Yeah, I looked at the thing and you told me the other day that...
Yeah, I did tell some of you, but we can do a recap. And so what happened was probably worth saying and what's happened in the last few. So some of you guys who were there or not, had headed down to... There was a boy who was like, everything's... our town's on fire. You guys came to help, and the town... There were some fires, and they were raided by orcs. The orcs had left, and they said they would come back, potentially. But a few people have been turned to stone due to the basilisks that they used as hounds, as canines, as the orcs. And so these, got to help these people. They've been turned to stone. So some of you guys spoke to the mayor and had a mayor off. Mayor on mayor action.
It's like it's a competition. We were having a mayor bonding session.
I'm about the mayor than you. No, it was bonding. You guys bonded like being mayors. So you decided you would head to go see Old Joe, who supposedly had a cure. They'd asked him in the past, and he's helped with this kind of cure before, a long time ago. And so you guys traversed up the mountain nearby and managed to deal with a few problems, almost got thrown off the side a couple times. And eventually you guys reached the top, dodging a large goat as well.
Dodging. It gets thrown into the...
Hurling off the mountain while it's on fire.
Yeah. You guys then headed to meet Old Joe, and he seemed to be very much about patience, and you guys are rushing, going too fast, just take your time and things will come to you.
He seems very much about that.
And you guys are like, we got things to do. We've only got so much time before these orcs come back. So he was like, fine. So he told you to collect some ingredients for him. So you guys went off and collected, none of you guys were here for this, but you guys went down and went to a cave. Actually, you would know, Sam, because you listened to this episode.
I mean, the Mandrake route, first of all, which...
Oh, that's true. I forgot about it. You guys went and did the Mandrake routes.
Someone just walked straight up to it. Who walked straight up to it?
I think it was Tom.
Oh, yeah. It was Bishop Benedict, busybody.
I was like, maybe these guys will stealth up. No, just straight up, stand on all the vines, got angry, big fight. You guys managed to pull it and get a Mandrake route.
So this is the thing where if you think that if you're saying we might not have a fight because we might not, rush in and tread on lines, then you should expect there to be a fight.
Well, I try to leave things open to different ways of doing things. Then you guys head back and went and found a cave where there was a frost elemental and tricked it into thinking it was winter. There was some altars, and there was a flower growing on one, which signified spring. And one of the players, I think Tom, took it and just smushed it, or at least threw it away, and put an icicle on the one with the snowflake altar. And that seemed to trick the frost giant or elemental into thinking, "Ooh, it's winter now." So it woke up, they had a conversation, and they managed to get a frost shard from it after Tom told a few winter stories that pleased it. Then headed down to get the last ingredient, which was petrified honey. And the petrified honey, there was 2 hives, and and the one that was lower down and didn't have bees in it was quite dark, and they went for the one that was lower down because they couldn't see much in the dark, but easier. Ended up being a mimic.
Did not deploy that anti-mimic technology. Hits everything that you're going to interact with.
And Gideon got munched by the mimic. I think everyone got a bite out of them at some point. And eventually, every time they bonked the mimic, it turned into another object.
They played Mimic Hot Potato for 6 rounds in a row
at each other. And eventually they defeated it, managed to get down the beehive and get petrified honey. And at this point, super late, some of them are exhausted and have gone to rest in the hollow. So because everyone's new, I'm separate party.
I'm tagged in.
I'm imagining that they pass, we'll say that you guys split off to rest separately or something. And I'm imagining maybe some of you guys who were in the first set of what I explained had gone and maybe gone and met up with the other people who are turning up for the first time here. because I don't think you were there,
No.
Kat or Harry or Alex. So maybe you two went back, met up, and then have come back to this hollow, and they've given you over the ingredients.
We were having an ecumenical discussion.
It's ecumenical. I can't say that word.
That would be an
There has to be.
ecumenical matter.
There has to be loads of those jokes for 3 clerics.
Oh yeah.
It's actually a Catholic thing rather than a priest thing.
We say it all the time. It's a
Yeah.
joke. Like we just
Sorry.
whenever kids keep answering back to us, we'll just say that's an ecumenical.
Yeah, because I guess they wouldn't have.
And walk away and they're
watched
like, the.
They haven't watched.
In my fantasy world, it's not just a Catholic
It's not just a
thing.
Catholic thing. Yeah.
It's an all religion.
The ecumenical
all
council exists
gods.
in all settings.
Yes, it's a well-known way to dodge anything. So we'll say that it's coming to the end of the night, or well, it's now night. It's quite dark. Some of you guys have gone off, so we'll say you guys have your own separate place where you're resting for the night, and we can describe what that might look like for each of you guys. But in this hollow that you guys are in, there is, as it's kind of peaked, it's getting closer to like midnight, the moon is up, quite full, and a lot of this moss, there's lots of moss in the trees, and then there's a large cliff face here.
Can I just check from a technical perspective? Am
Yeah.
I rested? So my spell slots are back now.
No.
So you'll have taken a short rest
Since the last session.
since the last session.
Okay.
Every third, after every third session, you take a long rest.
Okay.
Or
In which case, I
But
get one spell slot.
Trees to put around.
Aw. Would you want us to
Yeah,
Here
just
we
put them
go.
wherever.
so a cluster of trees?
A cluster of trees.
Yeah, you're
Is
gonna have to
that-
give us loads now.
Is that the name?
Oh, the cover.
It's a technical term.
Is that the what do you call it? It's like a pride of lions. The
Yeah.
Collective noun.
collective noun of trees. Yeah, you guys can decorate with some trees if you like. So you guys are trying to find some spots to rest for the night. Again, quite dark. All this moss is around. fun plant there. And
Is that meant to be like that?
probably,
yeah, probably, but,
but-
you know, I
It's
put
a
it the other way
fern.
around.
It's a fern.
All right, okay.
fair enough, large fern. But a lot of this moss, as the moon has risen up, is starting to glow, and a lot of this moss seems to be like reflecting light around you guys as you guys are getting ready for.
Is it a similar light to that plant that it's reflecting light rather than like because you know that those nightberry plants they like
Yeah.
created light.
Yeah, those created light.
Yeah, this
moss
is more
seems to
like-
be reflecting.
Yeah.
So Khas doesn't
Can I-
sleep, so he's not made any bed up at all. It's just stood.
Fair enough.
Can I make a nature check to see if I've seen this before, recognise what's causing this?
Yeah, you can give me a nature check. Anyone can give me general
15.
light perception if they just want to be looking around or anything. 15. Yeah.
Here we go, perception.
I would say
10.
10. Okay. I would say with a 15
Ooh,
of nature,
20.
probably have seen this plant before. You've seen like this moss sometimes reflects light, but you probably saw it in passing in like maybe a book, or maybe you heard someone talking about it, and you can't remember exactly, but you feel like it has some special properties or something, but nothing that's dangerous or anything.
Yeah.
So with a 10 and a 20
Wait, is it nature or perception?
perception,
24.
yeah, I would say with the 10, Tim, I'd say as Khas is looking around, you can see all these some glowing moss. There's quite a few trees, nice bit of all this foliage. You feel like some good cover. Although you do hear in the background like some howling or something. You hear some howls of, you're not quite sure probably what type of animals are doing it. It's not quite how you're used to, but you do hear some sort of
Can I
howl.
tell what direction they're coming from?
I would say with a 10, you can't quite tell. It's bouncing off the cliff walls here and such, but you
Okay.
can.
I'll go and set my back to the wall and look at it.
Can I tell?
Yes, I would say you hear this and you feel like it sounds distant to you, so you're not too worried about hearing the howling. But you also do see all this kind of light that's being reflected off the moss, you start to see kind of almost like moving images or like holograms, as me and Alex were talking about yesterday. Seeing, kind of like different shapes. You're not quite sure yet. You feel like you saw maybe like a figure move or something, but when you look, there's nothing there. But I think maybe it's just light reflecting around. But you're not too worried about the sound. But probably for the benefit of everyone who's not met each other's characters yet, it might be worth going around describing how at least we look or our mannerisms so that everyone's on the same page. So we can go around clockwise.
Sure. I'm still Khas. I'm still fairly tall and gaunt and dark-skinned, but pale as if slightly ill or malnourished. I'm bald. I have a fairly abrupt and severe manner around me. And I'm currently stood with my back to the cliff, looking around.
Nice. Alex?
I'm still Zarthul, but you can call me
Zarthul.
because that's what my name is, and now you remember it.
Yeah?
I look funny enough tall and gaunt.
We're not on this side of the table.
Except I also look quite green and good-like, so I guess I guess I'm not standing with my back to stuff. I'm just having a quick rest, I suppose, on the floor, doing what I would do when I'm sort of just chilling out in the wilderness. So, yeah. Thinking about stuff.
So I'm Tinkertop. I'm a gnome artificer. So I'm really fascinated by the glowing moss. And I'm sort of peering at it and making notes. And I'm quite small. I've got my hair tied back very loosely. And I'm quite distracted and fascinated and trying to take notes and get samples.
I'm Alan. I'm a very average height, weight, etc. looking like mid-40s guy. He just kind of saw the moss. He remembered it wasn't dangerous and then just lost interest in it and started looking up at other things. He looks like the kind of guy who you'd usually see as like a farmer or a shopkeeper rather than an adventurer. And he looks like he feels a bit out of place as well.
I forgot to say anything about Khas and the moss, which turns out to be entirely in character because Khas basically hasn't noticed the moss.
It's true. It's all green.
I'll do the proper introduction.
Yes.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Pixie Rogue, neither a pixie nor a rogue, but I will charm you and steal your hearts tonight. So Pixie is a bard, and she is a human. She describes herself as an aspiring starlet, but she's not completely young and chipper. She's perhaps a bit of an aging starlet, and that is her armor is actually sequins. Like, it is proper armor, but it's pink sequins. And she is currently trying to see her own reflection in this moss now.
Is she interested in moss? No, she's trying to look at her own reflection.
Is that my face?
You might get a little bit of reflection, and you can't. It's probably all glinting off your sequins as well. The light, there's a bit of a disco ball action in the people trying to sleep, and there's random light shining in their eyes.
Life goals, human disco ball.
Achieved.
Yeah, because all those things that I have with Wicked Roll have perceived about the moss, I'm probably not going to pass on. I think I am just going to be using my own reflection.
Fair enough.
That's very Pixie.
Yeah, you're not worried about the howls or anything. They seem far away.
No, they said they were far away. If they were like up close, I would be like running away now. But you said they were far away, so I'm fine.
I mean, this moss, it's just the same as everything else. It's weird, like, all these trees around me.
This whole world is weird.
Yeah.
Both that side of the table, you guys are just like, what are these weird green things?
Yeah, for all I know, stuff glows at night. Anyway.
Yeah. And I was like, well, it's not one of those murderous plants that was trying to kill us yesterday, so he's more okay with it.
So do we now have all the things for that stupid person?
Yeah, looks like we do got things that he asked for, don't we? Yeah.
Then should we return to him?
We're trying to get some sleep now or something. Was that the
Yeah,
idea?
it's pretty dark. It's moon's all the way up.
Yeah.
You guys would probably want to go back, but you guys are feeling really exhausted, essentially.
As definitely a daytime activity, Cashew.
Started already.
Probably get a bit of kip here and then go back to old Crazy Joe, right?
I suppose so.
I can't wait to meet this guy.
You may rest. I will stand watch.
Yeah, you guys can all rest. Are you just going to stay awake the whole night? Because obviously you don't sleep.
I literally don't sleep.
So you may as well be...
I will may as well be just watching.
Wait, so how do you rest? Like, how do you benefit from a rest if you don't?
You guys are just...
Is it just like over time? You just kind of like how else trance?
I think it is something like that. I think if I stay still for 2 hours with no distractions or something.
You're resting,
it's
you're just
some
not unconscious.
It's some very trivial thing like that.
So you'd be resting,
kind of staring dead-eyed for
I'll sort of zone out for a little bit during that. And if that's when we get attacked by a random encounter, then so be it. But
you guys might wake up in the middle of the night and just see Khas just like just staring at a wall.
Let's look that up just in case it's vaguely sort of.
You guys setting up then? I don't know if you guys have prepared to set up somewhere to rest. Do you guys have tents or sleeping bags, or just going to put some glowing moss together and
fashion into a blanket?
I'm an outlander. I think I'm used to roughing it to some degree. So yeah.
You like this plant stuff, probably. It's nice and squishy.
Like a decent shelter or bed, yes, exactly.
Yeah, you could have done with this before. Yeah.
Oh, no. It is basically a trance, actually. You can finish a long rest in 4 hours if you spend those hours in an inactive, motionless state, during which you retain consciousness. So I can guard for the whole night. I guess the rest will be disturbed if something does disturb me in the middle of a 4-hour period. But I retain consciousness, which is nice.
That is useful.
I do have a bedroll. I don't think I had that when I started my adventuring, but I have acquired a bedroll. Haven't quite got a blanket yet though, so I have a sparkly cloak that I, just in case I need a costume change, so I will sleep under that.
I do like that you've got like a duffel bag or something just filled with like random, just changes the
wigs.
I've got a
disguise kit.
hunting trap.
Ooh.
Maybe I should put out a hunting trap to see maybe if I catch some breakfast for the morning.
Yeah, potentially. You can set it up so I can give you
it can be a hunting trap.
Something to use. You can use one of those to signify.
I'll totally have a red tiddlywink, yes. That is the blood that comes out of the beast that it catches.
Right.
The rat.
The cliff face, yes. You going to warn anyone or just plop it there and hope for the best?
I'll assume that everyone else is as skilled as me at recognising where traps are.
What are these?
Sure, I go wrong.
Ugly but good. Aww.
Mulled wine.
Mulled wine?
Yeah.
I mean, I'm not that hungover.
Just a little bit more. Yeah, you guys can set up for the night and you guys can go to sleep. You guys happy to do that? If you guys end up going to sleep, I will have some things happen. I think that... I'm trying to think. Can someone roll me a D10 and I'm going to do clockwise of who... as in 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
8.
So starting us out. So as you fall off to sleep, snug in whatever you're sleeping
I'm
bag.
not very snug. I'm wishing I was back at home.
Just think of home, just think of home. Eventually you cry yourself to sleep. And during your dreams, it's
my hit die?
almost, you're not getting the best of sleep here, which probably makes sense with the stress. Almost like you feel the odd reflection of this moss, into your eyes. Not enough to disturb you, but you start to get dreams during the night. So I asked you if you could come up with something you most regret.
Yes.
Give me a scene. What's happening? Plonk us into this
So-
memory. What you're now reliving it.
We are back at the point in my village where the last mayor was forced into retirement, and I essentially went to an office and put my name forward and was like, yeah, I think it'd be a good idea to become the mayor. I mean, what's the worst that could happen, right? Yeah. And then skips forward to the point at which this war god had chosen the mayor of the village to be the one to
We can act
expand
this out a
his
little
empire.
bit, just out of. So, have you gone to the counter here? You're going to write your name down, and is it the guy who's retiring? The old
Yeah,
man.
I'm kind of going up to the guy who's about to retire. He was asking people to put their name forward. And I'm just like, you know what, I like this village very much. I don't think it'd be too much of a hassle. I think you're doing a bit more going on in my life other than farming. So if you need someone to take over, I think I'll be quite happy to oblige.
Ah, Alan, nice to see you. You write your name down. Totally, you would be a great replacement.
Oh, thanks very much, mate. Yeah, I think I will do. Yeah,
It's a hard job, but I think you could. If
it's really difficult, then maybe not then. But like, I just thought I thought it would just be like
quite difficult, but not like overly difficult. I do a good job, you see, but I think you're material for this. I've seen you around. I thought
farming the good farming. Yeah, thanks very much, mate. Yeah, I think I'll be all right. Not as good as you like, but decent enough.
Well, I'm sure there'll be plenty of people interested. So put your name in the hat, and we'll. Pick one out and we'll see what happens,
Oh, yeah, we'll do, yeah.
Great, pop it in there.
I put my name in there.
Great, fantastic. We'll do it next week and we'll find out who's going to be replacing me. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, thanks very much.
What, 30 years or something? It's been a long time of me running this place.
Yeah, you've done a good job, haven't you, yeah?
I'd like to think so, but, people have their reservations, some people... But I'm glad to... No, you think good, yeah.
Yeah, I'll just take over from you, hopefully do as nearly as good a job as you do, and then I'll be happy with myself, Just working all my life for another 30 years, then go and retire. I think that'd be quite the life for me.
That's good. I like your forward thinking, 30-year plan, concrete, throw it down. Yes, we'll see. But there may be someone else, but I think you'll do a good job.
Yeah, thanks, mate, yeah.
We can jump forward a week.
Okay.
Maybe there's like a podium. He's, trying to talk up. Maybe there's quite a big turnout, which means, there's like 10 people? People are in the town.
There are 12 people live in the town, including myself and the children and my wife.
Yeah. So you've got a 12 people turnout, which is huge.
Yeah, the whole town.
Have turned out just for this. And he's at the top. You're like, thank you all for coming for my retirement. It's been a great time serving you all. You Stacey, keep doing what you're doing. Bob. I love working with you, Bob. But we'll see. We got. He kind of looks at the hat and looks nervous. He's like, who could it be? He pulls out a note and pulls it out. Looks at it almost like nervous. And sees and reads out, even without even looking at it, really.
Yeah.
Like, Alan! Give it for Alan! Hey!
I lots of money. I'm like, all right, thanks very much, everyone, yeah.
He goes and puts the hat back on his head. But, as you know, nothing falls out. He just picks up, a briefcase and cane and just goes, oh, you, Alan, give a speech.
Do a speech.
Speech.
Yeah, give a speech.
Well, thanks very much, everyone, for turning up. I love the turnout. Thanks to my family for turning up, and thanks for bringing along the pet tortoise as well. I'm sure he appreciates it. I'm looking forward to being the mayor of all years, and as long as you keep on, paying your taxes and farming the good farm and stuff like that, keeping the place in good order, taking the bins out and stuff. I think we're going to have a good village, So here's to the next however long.
Bin Day's my favourite. I love it. Yeah.
It's to 12 people.
It's to a good few more however long I've been there until as long as I'm here. And to us.
to us, to us, to us.
Mm-hmm.
And so you're living this. How's your body reacting? As you're dreaming this? What are your thoughts?
I'm
as
just
you're
kind
going
of,
through this?
I should never have done that. I should never have done that. Why do you put your name in the hat? Why couldn't Bob have done it? Bob should be doing this stuff.
Roll me a d10, but ignore what would be you for the result.
Can we just do like the instead? But okay. 2. So
Well, first off, Tim, you see this reflected in the kind of in the light that's being reflected off, from the moss and everything. You kind of see this being playing out almost around Alan sleeping, if you've, as you've noticed, and you see this whole memory play out, and you now have that memory seen into his mind. But also at a point, you kind of resting and not quite sleeping, so as to not exclude you from this.
Yeah, no worries.
What is the equivalent? What's this regret?
So as I'm watching this memory playing out on the thing, after it sort of peters off, it seems to sort of retune itself to me, and I start seeing scenes, which, bearing in mind that I can't remember anything about my previous life, this is sort of all of immense interest, because the scene shifts to a, hot, deserty looking area, which gets my attention because that looks and feels like home. And I see a younger version of myself walking along a riverside with some other people. We're all wearing what I realise are like novice healer robes kind of thing. And there's a commotion. So this sort of scenes keep shifting. So I see myself walking along a thing, blurs a little bit. And then there's a commotion that we've sort of seen, and we're rushing towards something.
We can even act this out if you like, and you can kind of bring us through it.
I kind of like the descriptive thing, because it's like he's seeing the memory for the first time. Not for the first time, but it's not a memory he has, but now it's like coming out of somewhere. But for him, it feels like he's now seeing it sort of in weird third person, because it is his memory, but it's something he didn't have before. So he sees a nobleman, like a posh-looking, well-dressed sort of young person with a crocodile, and
I have a Lego crocodile. I should have brought it.
And he's struck with the recollection that it was a sort of thing that stupid rich people did to try and have dangerous creatures as pets. And this crocodile's got loose and is has attacked the handler and the son, the sort of rich guy. And then that's that second sort of scene, Croc worrying away at someone's leg, injured person lying nearby. And then it sort of fades and flashes to Khas. Like him and his mates have run forward. Khas specifically has drawn the crocodile away, and you can see that in the background the idiot rich kids being attended to by the other healers. And Khas is sort of calmed the croc and looking happy that he's done this. And then the noble son is suddenly stood over him and pointing at the crocodile, and it's clearly an instruction, because then Khas is working frantically to heal the crocodile, because the crocodile took damage as well from being fought. And then sort of there's a shifts again, and there's a sort of satisfied looking Khas sat back with a patched up crocodile and a patched up noble son, and at that point there's lots of people who have come, and it's all drama over, but it's all fine. And Khas gets a feeling of happiness for having saved the croc. Well, I haven't been told to treat the croc, and he felt good about this. And then the scene blurs a bit more again for longer, and this is where the regret comes, because the next scene is of some square with a large number of people, including the son, and the crocodile is strung up between two posts, and the son is sort of vindictively looking on as two of his guards are slowly they've cut open the crocodile, like down its belly, and they're unwinding its intestines, and all sorts of removing its organs while it's still alive, kind of thing.
Poor crocodile.
In punishment for having, punishment, because how do you punish a wild animal? But and Khas realizes there's a heavy sadness accompanied with that scene, because if he hadn't healed the croc, then that wouldn't have been able to happen.
Could you roll me a d10 to see someone wakes up for a period of time and sees this play out?
Oh no. 6?
6. I mean, your character wakes up in the night for whatever reason. Maybe you suddenly had a brilliant idea and you had to jot it down on paper. And you see this play out, this kind of memory reflected in the lights, these kind of characters moving. And you see it near Tim's character and you think there must be connected to him or something. But
it's definitely a younger version of me that you see in that.
You're still bald.
I am bald still.
Not young enough then. Born bald? What point did Khas have hair?
Oh, I'm sure it all sort of went in his 20s or something.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Just rocking the bald, like, sorry.
Maybe the priests had, priests or healer initiates had to shave their head, who knows?
Yeah,
he doesn't remember. But
can you give me a description of and something we can play out for maybe a regret that's happened in Tinkertop Spark's life?
So when I was looking at the glowing moss earlier, I was initially really excited because it's sort of what I am looking for. But as I've gone to sleep, it's kind of brought up more memories. When I was at the academy, which was the Verdant Crucible, which was an alchemical academy, where they wanted to promote and practice the tradition of alchemy, and I always wanted a more experimental bent. So I'd hybridized nightshade and cave moss to hopefully have a revolutionary elixir that would make my fame and fortune and bring the academy more into the present day. And I was so confident that I'd hybridized the properties correctly that I tested it on my professors, because I believed totally that it would give them the ability to see in the dark, like complete total darkness.
Oh, have you concocted this up? Is this a new thing you've been working on then, Sparks?
Yes, it's safe and revolutionary.
I like safe. That's always good. Down the hatch it goes then. Yeah, it's a bit of a weird aftertaste, but I'm sure it's fine.
So the good news is no one died.
Oh, that's good. Thanks for telling me.
The unintended side effects were dark blue, crackened and blistered skin, which took several weeks, and salves and ointments to resolve. Quite disfiguring until then, and all my lab access was revoked.
Sparks, like I'm imagining he's brought you, like you've been told to come to the office or something. It's like this thing you gave me. It's you made my skin go all. What is this? What is this? And Patrick's in here as well. Yeah, look, I'm got all blue as well. What is this? What did you do? You said it was safe.
Yeah, so the memory plays out of me being very, very flustered and forlorn, and realising that my notes were perhaps slightly jumbled. And I just kept muttering in front of the very disappointed committee that my notes suggested it was safe. And that's all I kept repeating while I was berated for being, a novice and a fool.
You're supposed to. The maths is wrong here. You put the decimal place there. Should have been there. This is rookie mistakes. We should have taught you better than this. What is? You know how much pain I've been through getting all these ointments. This is coming out of your score at the end of the year, Sparks. What do you have to say for yourself?
Given what my test scores were beforehand, I'm in very, very serious danger of failing again. So yeah, the memory replays that I have no lab access. I'm only allowed in the library to read the books of the great botanists. and yeah, I'm just sort of that feeling of absolute condemnation, and everything that I thought I would prove them wrong kind of completely went out of my favour, and suggested to them that they were right, even though I still have a very stubborn belief that there is something that could be made. I swear I just got it slightly wrong. I just need to perfect my notes. So yeah.
Roll me a d10. See who
Okay, can I borrow
witnesses this.
dice? Okay. 6.
Roll again.
Yeah. 5.
Roll again.
Roll again.
See you twice.
That's a 6.
You got yourself 3 times.
Oh,
in a
4.
row. 4. So you've woken up for some reason. Maybe you're like, oh, this moss I thought was good. There's actually some twigs in it. Whatever. You've woken up. You witnessed these reflections, these memories being outplayed for sparks. But during your sleep, you also come to think of a memory comes to your mind in your dreams.
Okay. This would be the regret that I have, apparently. So, you see an image, I guess, of a training ground in an unfamiliar place that, if you did know, would be the plains of Limbo, where Zarthul has come from, surrounded by various other people that look like him. And an instructor lady who is teaching them all, and as Zarthul appears, he kind of gets a smile as he sees her, and they're there to learn how to bend the plane to their will, essentially to form things out of the void, effectively out of the chaos that's around them. And their challenge is to do something like that, but Zarthul thinks that he's better than everyone else. So you see him trying to do it, and then you see him trying to make it bigger and bigger still.
Go on, right form, everyone. We've got to do first strike. You've got to do the right forms.
He's ignoring all this, and he's just trying to make his thing even better than everyone else's. And then he loses control, and it grows and it grows and it grows and it grows wildly and in a dangerous manner.
Whoa, who's not following forms? Whoa, this is getting out of control.
And then it starts crumbling because he doesn't have control over it, and parts of it fall off. And a large piece lands on another student, and he's crushed under the weight, and he doesn't get up. And he's panicked, and he's gone white and realizes what he's done.
Quicker, the master. We need someone to help. One of the students has been injured. Zarthul, we're having a strong conversation after this.
Yeah, he's speechless. He doesn't know what to say. I think that's it.
Fair enough.
For now.
Can you roll me a d10 to see who witnesses this? Wait a minute, it's got to be Khas.
No. I want to roll the dice.
Roll the dice.
D10
How
until
many
you get a 9 or a
times until
10.
we get...
It's a 30.
3.
3.
Oh,
Yeah.
Let's see who
Cat.
finishes first before you roll 9 or 10. So, Pixie wakes up for no reason. Maybe you quickly go like, oh, is my makeup still on? Pull out your mirror, and you kind of see in the mirror, oh, what's all
I
this?
have excellent skincare. I'm not going to keep my makeup on at night. Come on. So you age, I'm surely.
Exactly, you know that, and you're 100% on top of it. You're like, oh, double check. No, I took it off. But you see this play out, this whole memory. But what memory would you have as you sleep? What's the regret that we can play out?
So the scene is Cape Antoli, possibly about 30 years ago, so a little bit quieter.
How old is Pixie?
Yes.
Okay.
And there is a little blonde, excitable figure in the little town square, holding the hand of an older gentleman, and little girl is Pixie, and he's taking her to the see a traveling salesperson who's come in, and they are selling. Come up with this name, but it's really hard to say. They are selling fluffer sun buns. and they only come once every blue moon, not literal blue moons, but they don't appear very often. And this traveler's coming to town.
Get your fluffer sun buns, half off. No, actually full price. I don't. You half price. Get them hot, get them nice. Yeah.
Pixie's looking very, very excited at this. Very excited, and she's tugging on the old man's hand, and she's like, "Papa, I can't wait to try one of these." And he's like, "Oh, it's fantastic," and you'll always remember one of these. I haven't had one since I was a young man. So Pixie's very excited, and they get up to the cart.
Hey there, little girl. Would you like a fluffer bun? It's going to change.
Fluffer sun bun. I'm going to trademark this.
Fluffer sun bun.
Yes.
Would you like a fluffer sun bun?
Yes, please.
Yeah, I got one. Because you're so small. Here's a small one just for you. Just perfect, same size as you. Here you go. Would you like any sauces? I got I got sprinkles.
She'll look at her grandfather and he'll nod and she'll be like,
extra sprinkles, yes, for the kid. Yeah.
And so she gets her fluffer sun bun, and her grandfather gets his, and he puts it into his pack, and so Pixie's like, "Papa, why are you not eating yours?" He's like, "I'm gonna save it." Okay. Pixie does not save hers, and she devours it, and it is the best pastry that you have ever eaten in your life. It's like fluffy, like pastry. It's kind of like a croissant like pastry, but then it's got like a little bit of creamy and it's a little bit lemony, and really sugary, and like makes your fingers a bit sticky. And it is the best thing that Pixie's ever eaten. And she can't stop thinking about this fluffer sun bun. She knows that the salesperson has gone away. So you see later that evening when she's in bed and she creeps out of her bed, and she goes to her grandfather's pack, and she eats his fluffer sun bun.
I love this is what you go with.
She eats his fluffer sun bun, and then he she felt very bad about it, and she confesses the next day that she did it. But the fluffer sun bun, I'm enjoying saying this now. The fluffer sun bun salesman never came back while her grandfather was still alive, so he never got to eat another fluffer sun bun.
Oh, that's so sad. You've got a whole mixture of them. Oh, well, Sam, you wake up at some point, and again, you witness this. So we've got the full circle here. Everyone's witnessed a memory here of some kind. But I think it probably makes sense that Khas has probably seen bits and pieces of all of them because you've been awake.
I haven't been conscious the whole time.
Yeah. So you might have witnessed all of them, or at least parts of most of them.
Haha, knowledge.
But it turns to morning, and you guys will have awoken. But I'll leave it. I'll hand over to you guys. For that.
As a person who's used to sort of detecting the thoughts of people, do I recognise what I've seen to some to any extent as memories of a person?
Give me, I don't know, flat intelligence.
Flat intelligence. That's a good job. I've got 10 in that. That's 0.
Oh, I was going to say you got plus 10.
No, that's a 2.
That's a 2.
So no.
You're not sure. You see these reflections. You think, it's not too complicated, but I guess with a 2, you're probably like, I don't know. Maybe these are just. I don't know, maybe these are memories that are locked. Maybe there's dead people underneath you and these are memories they have, or you're not sure who these memories are coming from. You think maybe you should talk to the others and maybe you'll find out maybe they have an idea.
I go to check my trap.
Let's see. We'll say you find a squirrel that is
delicious.
I imagine it's quite a big trap, so it's probably been completely overkill, but You've got a squirrel on
It's designed for catching creatures in the plane of limbo. It's designed for catching creatures in the plane of limbo. I'm thinking like big cats and
yes, like horrific creatures, and all you got is like this little squirrel holding kind of a nut in its limp hand. Just
what is provided will be eaten and served for breakfast. So
Yeah.
I will start obviously, disarming the trap, getting the squirrel out, and perhaps bring it.
Stuff
to
the
the
nut in its
party.
mouth like a apple in a pig.
Yeah, sure.
Whatever you want.
Well, I was just going to stick a stick through it and maybe, construct something like a little spinny, what are they called?
Spit.
Spit.
Spinny spit.
Spinny spit.
Any spit. You're going to light a fire in the middle of the memory moss.
Draw a
Absolutely,
little
yeah.
fire on the map if you like.
Sure.
Do you think this is wise?
What would not be?
Yeah, I think we should burn that moss. I don't want to be remembering anything that's bringing back to me.
Oh, I see. You do not think it would anger it?
Anger what?
I don't think it's going to kill us or anything. I don't think it's got a map. Maybe it does. I don't know. I don't know what is and isn't dangerous around here.
Surely, would you not think that we should have some food for breakfast?
I do not require food.
I take it you don't have eggs for breakfast.
What is an egg? Oh, I know what an egg is because yes, we lay eggs.
Oh no!
Why would I have an egg for breakfast?
What is? Can I have some? What is it?
It's some creature of this land.
It's a squirrel.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I've never eaten squirrel.
It looks delicious.
Maybe the way you cook it'll be delicious. I'll try it.
Well, obviously, I'm sharing parts of this squirrel with people. Whoever wants it.
No, I'm good, thanks, mate.
I will pass.
I could contribute some mushrooms from the pack.
Sure. I've never tried a mushroom before.
Are these mushrooms definitely safe?
Pretty certain, yes. Checks notes. Yes.
I like that you've like seen that memory probably.
I saw that memory, didn't I, as well?
I didn't. If you're serving it mushrooms, then gladly.
Maybe I sniff one of these mushrooms first. Does it smell weird?
It's a normal mushroom. I've got it from
So it smells very weird to me.
Give me an. Actually, I would say give me an age check. Yeah, it would smell weird if you're not used to mushrooms in limbo.
Also try it. Everything's like a new experience. I'm into it to some extent. So yeah.
Are these mushrooms will be good? Like what kind of mushrooms are these?
Just regular chestnut. Vitamin D. Just, yeah.
With some squirrel.
Yep.
And
Nice.
I don't have to roll Constitution or anything like that.
I will, for the cooking of the squirrel, give me a survival check.
I am an outlander.
Yeah?
Okay,
Do you have
fine.
proficiency
Survival.
in it?
Yeah, I do actually.
Yeah.
Okay, right. So that is 17.
That's pretty good. You make a mean squirrel kebab here. You know, this is good spit roasted. You know, perfectly cooked. You know, to the right amount.
Perfectly spit roasted.
Yes. Turns it out of context. And you say you're having some.
Yeah.
So I'm sure you're quite in.
Pixie's all
Join
up for a
us.
spit roast.
No. That's back at the end, not here. But yeah, it's very nice.
This is really good. Zarthul, you consider a career as a chef?
No. Well, no. It's never been something that I've been interested in.
You're probably better than that like plasmoid back at the bar.
There's a plasmoid at the bar,
Yeah. He's useless.
and you might have need of a chef in your establishment.
Oh yeah. We are the hot up and coming spot in the whole of the Sword Coast.
I mean, I don't.
Everyone's
mind,
coming here now.
I don't mind helping out from time to time.
You can make this again.
And these squirrels, are these everywhere here?
Oh yeah. You're not gonna be short of squirrels.
Then I will endeavour to be your squirrel chef or whatever it is that you require?
Squirrel out limbo.
Pixie, tell me, have you heard the words food standards hygiene before?
What?
Just being on the main menu of Skrill. Our Skrill chef cooks nothing else.
It seems you're I had some funny visions about you last night.
You saw visions as well. I saw a vision.
Yeah. I think you're a better chef than you are. Magic man.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
I feel safer eating this than being anywhere near one of your spells.
I consider myself very proficient in the magical arts.
And were you proficient in that particular memory?
What particular memory?
I think I saw something too.
What did you say?
I can't remember what he said. I'm like, yeah, something went wrong.
You were doing some magical training, and you crushed one of your fellow students.
You saw that? I
Yes.
dreamt it.
Oh, then you have an interesting ability to influence the
Are you similarly
flora,
gifted and
flora
able to
around here.
Can
see
all
thoughts?
the good dirty people do that?
Keep dirty.
Well, it's something that we are all encouraged and trained to do.
To like share your dreams?
No.
I think all of us
Well, yeah, I wanted to
sharing
say,
our
mate,
dreams tonight.
You were projecting something about you stealing a bun, and your granddad never got one, right?
Well, I don't have a grandfather that I inherited an inn from. I don't know what you're talking about.
You did? Oh.
I am confused. You specifically told me when we met that you inherited your inn from your grandfather.
I don't have
It looked really nice, that like pastry bun with like all the sprinkles and that.
I have
and, like, the
never
croissants and
had
that.
a Flufferson bun in my existence.
Oddly specific.
I don't know what you're talking about.
That was a very private memory of mine. Were you deliberately prying?
Oh, no, I'm not that interested in you as a person at all.
Well, that's a relief.
Alan, I believe
Yeah.
I saw something of yours.
Oh, did you? Right?
You were being elected a mayor.
Worst day, well, second worst day of my life. That was.
Oh, and what happened on the worst day of your life?
My god told me to come and conquer a bunch of stuff and go adventuring.
I see.
Although with every day that goes by, that might not be the second worst, because we did have yesterday when there were a bunch of crazy people and the bishop and that, and then the day when the trees. Maybe it's like fourth or fifth worst day of my life, that one now. But
What was the best day of your life?
the best day of my life will be when I get to retire and forget any of this ever happened. I'm very much awaiting the time that can be the case.
I like that attitude. We move forward. We don't look back.
But
Yeah,
you are
for sure,
aware you are
actually.
all in the afterlife right now. Are you not?
What?
Did you eat a funny mushroom?
Well, no. I did not eat any mushrooms.
Maybe you need to eat some mushrooms.
Awesome squirrel.
What you on about with the afterlife and that?
There's
Well,
no more
this-
squirrel I ate at all.
This is the afterlife.
He keeps doing this.
And this is my trial.
Okay. Is
Are
that
you insane?
No, he's foreign.
I do not know where you will fit in.
Saying no, he's foreign.
What?
what?
Alice is genuinely confused
Well,
now.
clearly it is not like normal realms stitched together out of all these different places. It is a plaything of the gods.
Right.
And of course it is naturally a plaything of the gods because it is a trial for those who have died and who wish to get into paradise.
He's
Well, I
on one
don't
of
remember
these
dying.
cerebral planes where, people do a lot of thinking and philosophizing. And, he's brought that culture to us. It's really enriched my
I
life.
do like the dip because you've
Do you
always been in
remember
Cape
that?
Antoli.
No,
All these people who are weird,
how
are
do
they
you know
just
it's the
foreign? There's
afterlife?
all these weird
because
people
I know
from
that I am
outside.
dead.
Well, you're the
How do you know
closest
that
that I've
you're
had to.
Are we all dead then, or is it just you?
Well, I cannot imagine why the gods would have placed living people in the afterlife.
When we smell really bad. we're dead.
So,
Do I smell really bad to you?
So we're all dead then. So why can't we all remember our past life or a trial or anything like that? Why is it just you?
I do not have the answers you seek. I am sorry.
I do remember my life before I entered this plane.
There you go.
Yeah, but you were like, you weren't put on trial or anything, were you?
No, not at all.
Yeah, so it's not.
I came here of my own volition.
It's not exactly like dying and ending up in heaven or hell or purgatory, wherever we
I
are.
do not remember passing away at any point.
Mm-hmm.
How did you die?
This is very concerning. I do not remember.
Oh, I think you're alive, Khas.
I think I am not. At this point, he will lift his top to show a sort of gaunt chest with a Y. You know, there's the Y incision they do when they do autopsies.
Mm-hmm.
One of those just, stitched there.
I will lift my top as well.
Just to check.
Do I have a Y incision on me?
No. Thank goodness.
It didn't take us long for us to start taking our tops off.
So I'm just waiting for it to go around the room.
It's got that short I shared of everyone's half naked. I've only got this side stripping.
You can clearly see the art of the embalmers of my culture that have worked upon me.
Yeah, but there was that daughter of the postmaster who, had lost loads of weight, and then she had all this excess fat, and then she got like a downer, and they sewed her up again, and now she, went off to Neverwinter to be a model.
I have no idea what or who you are talking about. Where is
What's that got to
Neverwinter?
do with anything?
And
like
she
that?
died and was...
No, she didn't die at all. She just got rid of all her fat.
No,
And she was
regrettably,
really,
I have no
she
fat
was
left
really
to give.
ugly when she was fat.
Okay.
And then she tried to think that she was better than me, and now she's gone.
Yeah, how much of this is truth and how much is this he projected?
Can I roll insight on this?
Are you trying to deceive?
I'm going to as well.
What do you mean? Am I trying to lie?
To be honest, you probably have you convinced yourself that this is the case.
This definitely happens.
Yeah, but then persuasion.
That is. I think that's a dirty 20. No, 21.
Well, I only got a 19 for
I
my
got
insight.
15.
Oh, probably not 100% sure, but
But I don't know enough to know whether to know for sure that it could be wrong.
you can't be convinced.
We
either
can
way.
take you to the
To a medicine person.
No. He's not a medicine person. He's a barber. He was the one that cut her open and took away all the
I
fat.
clearly do not require the services of a barber.
No, but we don't really have medical people. That's what you're here for. He was the one that did the surgery.
Why do I wish to speak to this gentleman?
Well, he can maybe tell you if you used to just be fat or whether you're dead.
No, I am dead. I do not eat. I do not sleep. I am here in this realm, which is a patchwork of other realms, unlike any I have ever seen before. Clearly, it is a place.
Yeah, so you are the only one that's dead then, because we all need to eat and sleep or we'll die. We'll actually die. And then we go.
Then why are you here in this
Because it's just
pre-afterlife?
Because it's not. It's just the normal place.
We just live here.
Do you think this place is normal?
It
This
was
place is
before
not
all
normal.
this world started colliding, and that it was very normal.
And you
very
do not,
nice.
and you do not think that the worlds colliding represents a big change.
Well, of course it does.
And it is not at all plausible that instead you are in an afterlife.
Well, no, because I'm not dead. Because I need to eat and drink and sleep, or I'll die.
Perhaps it is different for different
Perhaps we
cultures.
should test. Maybe we should stop
No,
eating.
I'd like to keep eating and drinking. Thanks. I don't want to. I don't want to be dead.
No, neither do I.
Yeah.
But it would be good to know if we
Which is
are.
going to make my
Oh.
trial much more difficult to
I don't
have
see
to,
what the point is. We just need to
endure
get
it
on with what we're
alongside
doing.
deluded fools.
Get on with.
Isn't that the whole point of a trial, Cashew?
You are certainly a trial, Pixie.
It's meant to be
Alan's getting
difficult.
very impatient. He's just like, can we just get on with what we're meant to be doing? There's
Where
still-
are we going? Oh, we're going to meet that guy.
Yeah, there's still people down there. If you keep wasting time about inane stories and arguing about the afterlife,
Calm
it's gonna
down.
get so much quicker.
Cuts down to these people like some wife of that man who was told to stone like, oh, I hope they come back, soon. And he's like, oh, I can barely move my fingers. And then it cuts back to you guys being like,
But is existence a real thing? Or is it just a construct of our
dead or
shared
just
memories?
I I do not care to get into such metaphysical discussion.
What are you just making up words now? When you go and see the old crazy Joe and get the potion and get off this stupid mountain.
Well, I do agree with this course of action.
Yeah, right.
I am here as a trial to help the village. It is all part of what I must do.
So let's get going then. Go on.
I also saw some images when I woke up as well.
And what did you see?
I saw you getting some kind of mixture or tonics or something like that. And
Do you want a job in an inn?
I do not think you wish to employ her.
I can make drinks. I've made a note this morning, and I've literally just put hallucinogenics ? And now I'm questioning this conversation. It's making me think I'm tripping ball. And I don't know if it's the moss ? Underline mushrooms ?
The squirrel.
Squirrel.
do you think that
Wild card.
do you think that there's any possibility that you are dead?
No ? No, I think this is hallucinogenic.
Will you lead the way, please, Alan?
Yeah, go on, please. Let's go into it.
Yeah, I'll follow you. Yeah. Also, I don't know what order we want to go in, but I'll follow Alan.
Yeah,
I'm going to stand
I
next
know
to
the
you,
way.
and I'm going to try and make up a song on the spot.
Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
Okay, so far I've got, oh, Cashew thinks that he has died, but maybe it's just his brain that's fried.
Can I accompany it with the harmonica?
Just so you can. You can both roll me performance checks.
Sure.
That is a...
It's either good or bad.
That's an 11. To be fair, it's a work in progress.
You're still working out the tune.
I got a 24 on my
I need to write that down. What
harmonica.
did I say?
Pixie's working out a few tones, like this word, that word, and you just absolutely blast her with like
nail
a
it.
solo of the harmonica.
Okay. I would like to expend a level 2 spell slot and cast Deafness upon myself.
Perfect. Is anyone else within this? You're just lurking at the back, just magical plugs in your ears.
Yeah. That is my reaction to the cacophony that breaks out. And the words.
Alan's very upset that he used all his level 2 spell slots. He wishes he could cast Calm Emotions on himself.
We've just rested, haven't we?
I thought you have to have
Only
well,
short rests.
You take the rest, but that doesn't actually.
okay.
Yeah, you don't actually receive it.
Yeah. I took a short rest. I've done that, yes.
Yeah, you guys
In
all had a
two
short rest
sessions,
at the
two
start of the
sessions. Yes,
session,
right.
but that sleeping was just.
It was just,
roleplay,
roleplay, yes.
essentially.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so
Oh,
whatever
that's all right.
happens
I
in
don't
the
know very
sessions,
much.
it's just short rest at the end of 2 and then long rest.
Yeah.
Which is, I believe.
Oh.
Yeah, you guys can travel up, and by the time you guys reach the top after maybe like an hour, you think, wow, yeah, that.
Let me just check
Yeah,
the
like-
duration of deafness.
Yeah, how long has this been going on for?
I can't remember where we're going. Where are we going?
So you guys will be going. Well, I'd imagine you guys can tell me where you're going, but if you're going back to Old Joe,
yeah,
is that where Alan's leading everyone?
yes.
Then you'll probably go back to the top of the mountain, which would just be like an hour. or
Oh,
something.
what? It's only 1 minute.
Oh.
God, I still have to endure most of it.
How
Go
long
from
is
complete
the song?
deafness to like
10
His
minutes?
blasting like
insides
popular
are
harmonica
maybe
solo.
And then I
outside,
look very panicked as I realise I have no more spell
Just
slots
runs
left.
out.
and we're along for the ride.
You guys can reach the top where Old Joe was before, that Alan remembers. And give me a survival check, actually, Alan, to see how well you've moved everyone up.
That is a 17.
Okay. You've done a pretty good job. You know, you've cut some corners. I'd say half an hour. You know, you've gone up there pretty quick. You see these rocks, and you got used to this. You know, you're used to being at home, being a mayor, but you're used to being a leader. So you lead the way with fervor, and you get them up to the top, and you get into the same. And we'll just say we'll repurpose this map because this is vaguely the size of the cove before, where Old Joe was, but there was not so many trees. And there was a stream that went. I think we'll flip the map around. You guys, we'll say you come up here. That's where you originally came up, and and there's like a stream that seems to be going down into like into a hole, like in the mountain. This water seems to be going down into the mountain.
Left, right.
So presumably I recognise that we've gone a different way because I'm a wanderer.
Yeah, you can say that, depending on how much we want to play that you were around with the previous ones.
Just assuming that was
Sure,
your
we can just say you're around the back. Yeah, you go, oh, this is different direction to where you went, but it was faster. So Alan must be...
This is just a poetic
Very
masterpiece.
good. Oh, God, sorry.
That's fine. We can say this is a pot.
It's a pot
in the middle.
Cool.
As you guys are just coming up to the end, can you guys give me perception checks?
Not everyone.
If you're paying attention. If you're
No, I'm not paying attention.
I'm playing the harmonica. I'm playing the harmonica.
That's fine. Anyone paying attention can. If that's no one,
I'm focused on the performance.
I'm being distracted
I got a
by
22.
the performance.
You're just like that.
Is he dead or is he fat? A reincarnation of a hairless cat.
That's pretty good, actually. I feel like if you had because you're Egyptian,
no sense.
classic is like those hairless cats. Like I feel like as a familiar, if you've ever got one, what are they called?
Sphinx cats.
Sphinx cats. So as you guys crest up the top, and Alan, as you're kind of going the way up, you see in the distance some smoke kind of rising in. Because when you guys had come up before, you had, in fact, some of you guys. I don't know, some of you guys would have seen this before, but at least you see it again, the glass kind of staircase that goes off the top of those mountains out far.
In the far distance.
Yes, going all the way up from the peak into the sky and disappearing off in the clouds. But you also see kind of closer, nearer to the base of the mountain, but a little bit out, you see the town, Tasker, where you've been, and you also see there's... some smoke, and you see like an encampment, and it looks like that wasn't there before. It seems the orcs are camping. You assume that, and they're not super far away from Kataska. Still probably like a fair bit of travel, but they weren't there before. So
I was like, we're gonna have to. Looks like we're gonna have to deal with those orcs when we get back to the village then. Oh, all right. Oops.
Oh, honey, is that your healthy snack?
Grapes are good. Although I prefer raisins, but grapes are tasty. And as you crest over the top here, you'll see you'll see the Tortle Old Joe, and you've got this pot boiling up, and he seems to be sitting there with a pot, stewing it. You've no idea whether he's been there all the time since stewing, but surely he hasn't, but maybe he has, you don't know. But he's at least there as if, waiting for you to appear. And it's stewing up, all bubbling with flames underneath. It seems to be some funny colour, like an amber or something.
Hello, we got your components for you. We got your frost shard and your petrified honey, so can you make the potion, please?
Ah, it is you. Welcome back. He's kind of, again, bouncing on a few rocks that he's sitting on as he's stewing around the pot. How was it? Did you learn anything on the way?
How can we answer this when none of us were there?
That's true, you guys weren't there. With,
I don't...
Well, you can decide how much you were there or not, or in the background.
Who are you again?
I am no one. I am just Old Joe.
I wish you were no one.
Is this audible to him?
I don't know, roll perception for your dude, if you like.
You can tell me if he hears it. 13.
Yeah, he probably hears it.
Okay. Maybe not enough lessons have been learned.
What lessons were we supposed to learn?
Patience, I would hope. You're all rushing around.
Well, isn't it a situation where you might want to go fast when people are dying of stone sickness down there?
I'm not really in a hurry. What were we doing again?
There's people in the village down there that are getting killed because they're getting turned to stone.
Oh, okay.
This potion's going to cure them, and this loony over here is going to try and get us to calm down and be patient.
Okay, do I know these people?
Well, probably not, no.
I don't really care.
Okay. Can you
I just wanted some fresh air.
Can you still make the potion?
Vitamin
please?
D.
Rushing with no direction is.
But we have a
pointless.
direction. Up here, get potion. Down there, heal the people.
Alan, calm
There is also the matter of the
down.
orcs to deal with as well.
That is not a
Time
direction.
really is of the essence here.
But you don't get anywhere by rushing. You just gotta just calm down.
Calm.
No, this is very much about the destination, not the journey, I'm afraid.
But if you,
There's-
if you
there's
rush
lives
into
at
things
stake
and you
here.
haven't got a clear mind, you end up crushing people like
I have an
Zarthul did.
I have what I believe
Patience
is an
is-
excellent suggestion. Sorry.
Patience is important, as you saw. I mean, I make no secret anymore. I guess that once upon a time I was reckless, but over time I've learned that I need to control myself.
Okay.
Good. Well, I suggest that those who wish to be patient, Pixie and Zarthul, stay here with the person who wants to be with patient people, and those of us who wish to save lives, go and save some lives.
But I thought you needed the potion that he's going to make to save the lives.
Yes, we do, and this is why we are still
Then
standing.
We have to be patient for him to make the potion. Like,
No, he could just make the potion. He just doesn't care.
if you could have just like calmed down and approached this old person with the patience and calm that he required, he could have made the potion already.
Can you make it, please? I just shove the ingredients out, basically.
I'll take the ingredients
We
and
have
calmly hand them one at a time over.
we have some kind of alchemist here. Maybe she could help you.
Yeah, what is this potion? I'm intrigued.
Oh, I'm brewing up my favourites here. You can help me if you pull off a little bit of frost shard and smash it up a bit and sprinkle it into its nice small cubes. And then we can give you some directions. So you can roll me. Oh, what would that be? A history check, I guess.
I want to get in on this. Can I inspire this check?
You can indeed.
Well, I'll give you inspiration. You don't have to use this check.
18.
18.
You
Would
do not
like
need to use this check, but you do have a D6 now. I will give you a D6.
So you can use this on any D20 roll at some point. So you
Yeah,
can use
so you
it,
don't have to use it just now if you don't want to.
but you can. A 1 on
You just
top.
have.
19. There you go. You crush up these this frost shard into cubes.
And do you mind me taking notes, or is it a secret recipe?
Is this what you asked?
Yeah.
Oh no, it's you can write this down. It's delicious. Yes, spread it. And so you crush this all up, and then with the petrified honey, you drip it in very slowly as he directs. Oh, you're gonna you do it too fast, or you could ruin it. You go nice and slow.
Alan, shall we go ahead and see if we can convince the orcs to not attack?
Might be a good idea, yeah.
Someone is convincing of something. I am very good at convincing people to do things.
But you are being patient.
Well, if you're impatient to help people, that might actually be a good thing. So, could do with it.
What I propose, since this is going to take some time,
Yeah, I'm bored of this now. Let's go do something else.
Well, that isn't very patient of you.
I will only give it to those who have proven themselves. For you guys want to rush, and rushing with no direction is pointless. For
we have already told you we have direction to rush in.
no,
I gave you the directions.
I could wait here.
Yes. How about Zarthul and Tinkertop?
Tinkertop.
Tinkertop.
I'm not a child. Tinkertop. I'm a
This
4'11" adult.
These two will stay and be patient and follow on with the potion. And we three will go ahead to tell the others that help is on the way. And potentially, because we can see the orcs on the way.
I would have thought being dead, you might have had more patience.
I am very impatient to get into paradise.
This isn't paradise?
No, this is most decidedly not paradise.
Oh. All right, I make fun of your home.
Do you not see the smoke? Do you not know that it will take too long to travel down in time? They've moved, no. Have you not seen?
Smoke of
Alright,
the orcs.
So what do you suggest then? Do you think there's any way to save them, or are you just saying that they're all dead and there's nothing we can do about it?
Do not go rushing in the opposite direction without knowing. The earth knows. If you listen, but you're all too loud to hear, then you'll know.
Coming here was a massive mistake.
The energy of the earth tells a story. I can get you down there in time.
Oh, really?
Oh, thanks. Can you do that, please? Can you teleport us over there? That'd be quite nice.
But the earth tells me it is not ready. Sit. Have a drink. And he scoops up, he takes out like I don't know why coconut shell was the first thing in my head. Just and takes a nice sip of that drink that's been cooked.
What if some
boiling
more
up.
stone people there? You don't want to waste it.
Perfect. You did a great job. What's your name, Sparks?
Tinkertop.
Tinkertop. Fantastic job. Really nailed it. The honey's the right perfection, and
Have we just made your favorite tea for you?
yes, have some.
Oh, yes, please.
There you
I'm
go.
genuinely tempted to respond with violence at this point.
I've only got 3 coconut shells. I don't have many visitors, but yeah, have one.
I think I have like a tankard or something in my pack. Oh.
It's quite a big pot.
Yeah.
It'll
Yeah,
last me a
maybe
long
it's a good
time,
idea.
this.
I'm going to use the shape water cantrip to,
It's a nice little stream.
stream into
Is
my
it
mouth.
hot?
Is it hot?
Give me a
It's
constitution.
just come out of a cauldron under a fire. I think it might be
Constitution.
hot.
Yeah, hang on.
And before you just it all splashes on you as you run around like it's hot.
15.
15. I feel like you're okay. You've drank some hot tea before. You got a steel tongue.
Yeah.
This is a bit like
I'm used to it, I cook things on pots all the time.
Yeah, that squirrel was pretty hot earlier. You just wolfed it down. So you'll be like, it's a little bit on but it cools down maybe in the breeze as you move it through the air, the wind coming over top. Any for you?
No, thank you.
What does it taste like?
Think of just like really refreshing, but with sweetness. It's almost like an iced tea, yet also it's warm but cool. The ice, these frost cubes and frost shards. Yeah, that's been perfectly prepared.
This is the best tea I've ever
The
had.
petrified honey, this really nice notes to it. And the original mandragoras. It's got that nice earthy
Would you say it has a calming effect?
Yeah.
Yes, I think it would. I think you would all feel a little bit calmed by it, or at least anyone who's drank it would feel.
Right.
I did not drink
Alan,
it because
who
I
has
don't
not drank
drink.
it, is very even more impatient now than he was before. Wait, is this stuff actually going to help the stone people then?
No, it was to help you.
Alan.
There's like steam coming out of me.
I think Khas has got a similar expression on his
Just wasted all of our time.
Alan. You have to try some of this.
You sound so stoned. Dude.
Zarthul, let's have a really long conversation about everything you can tell me about Limbo.
The deaths of this entire village will be on your head, foolish man.
Oh, that sounds great. Story time.
I'll just know what to do anymore. It's like try something like this.
Start at the beginning. Millennia ago, or?
Millennia. I wasn't there millennia ago.
But you can
We
tell
are now
me
trapped
about
in
it.
this stupidity because only he can get us where we need to
We
be
don't
in
have to get
time.
to Europe till ages. There's so much more to learn, right?
I don't know. How much do you know about Limbo already?
Tell me all about Limbo.
What was your fair part of Limbo?
The
13
the
gods
part where I
preserve
had a
me.
home, that was great.
What kind of home?
With my people. It was fantastic.
How many rooms were there?
2.
That's a lot of people for 2 rooms.
Yes.
Yeah.
I have a whole courtyard. It's still not enough.
It's a good courtyard there.
Yeah, it's really nice for drinking tea in.
Yeah, nice.
I've never had anything like this
surroundings.
before.
Alan just kind of busts out like, do you have no respect for these people whatsoever? They pointed us to you. They said you would help them, that you'd done it before, that you kind of liked them, and you're just abandoning them and letting them all get killed for no reason. What is wrong with you?
You actually just taking calm emotions.
I do have calm emotions.
I love they did it. You guys have like
She
turned
might
around.
need it.
I think you guys have like turned around to mutter something at some point. Turn around, and they're also now on rocks, perfectly balanced as well. All kind of partially meditating.
Just answer me straight. Are you going to help us to save the lives of everyone in that village or not?
Of course.
Yeah.
Those people, they do not deserve what has happened to them. So I listen to the earth. The earth will
I
direct.
put my ear
I was just
to the
going to say, I
ground.
should example the same thing. We do it in like sync, like.
How's the earth gonna save the lives then?
Shh, I can't hear it.
Both of you, give me perception checks
Okay.
with advantage due to this
Advantage?
drink.
Because
Through
you're
the drink.
stunned.
You are high on
Advantage.
roll
Yeah,
tea.
roll for perceiving something hippie-ish while high. Yeah.
That is a 26.
I only got 14, so.
14.
This tea's great.
Zarthul, you feel like, I don't know, somehow you're bounced on this rock, and yet you feel kind of like the rocks vibrate, almost like a flow, and kind of, you feel something move through you, but it's subtle. Whereas I'd think that Pixie, you kind of listen down and you kind of hear like whispers almost.
Does it sing?
Yeah, so we can say it's a lovely high melody, but it's like faint. And it gives you that feeling of everything's fine right now. Nothing needs to be done yet. There'll be a time.
Oh, this is nice.
It's calming. Tea?
I was like losing a shit. Like, what are we gonna do? We're gonna die. We're all gonna die.
You brewed it yourself.
Yeah.
Have some.
I will once again decline the tea.
Scribbling notes. But also worked up. These people will be saved.
Yeah, now how are they gonna be saved?
All in good time.
Tell me exactly how, please.
Tell us the story of how they're going to be saved.
He kind of like almost quiets down, listens to around him, meditates. Yeah, it tells me. You would find it quicker to go a certain route, to go down the stream. I can provide you with the equipment to do that, but not yet, it tells me. No.
Okay.
Cass, do you want to just head down the stream then?
If we go at the wrong time, we might get wet.
We don't have the right
I'm
equipment.
pretty sure that will happen anyway.
No, we need to have the equipment.
He
Well,
goes,
what equipment's that then?
It's not told us yet.
That's why I'm asking him.
Would you just wait? The earth is going to tell us.
Can I have some more of the tea?
I would also like
Suddenly
to
can Oh my gosh. You guys getting slowly more and more just zen as time is going by.
Well, if this individual believes he will still help us to save these people in time, then on his own head be it. If the people are not saved,
Yeah, all the deaths are on you, like.
at which point I will just freeze into immobility. It's my equivalent of waiting.
Zarthul, can you hear the colors?
I can feel things,
Oh.
but I can't hear the colours. No,
No, listen to the colors.
colours.
Listen.
Exactly one eyebrow will raise in disbelief.
It's like turquoise.
What does it sound like?
Turquoise.
Ah, yes. I hear it.
Yeah. No, it's more of a
Is it time yet?
Have a drink. It's delicious.
No, I think I'm better.
No, Alan. If the earth is speaking to us, if we all have a drink, it will tell us all at the same time.
It's not talking to you. You're just going crazy because it's getting you high.
No, it's not. No, if you drink the tea, the earth will tell you what's...
No, it's not the tea.
It's stressing me out.
Can you hear these colours, Tinkertop? Or are they talking nonsense?
For that tea.
You could have a sip of the tea.
Okay.
You also start to feel a bit calmer. A delayed effect compared to the others as it works on you. You've written down, the recipe. You've got your full notes on it. You think you could replicate this if you got the ingredients again?
Yeah, I've got recipe/symptoms.
You've got the whole.
Alan, we need
notes.
to burn this recipe that she has written down.
Start to feel calmer as well. You feel.
Well, maybe later on when we're trying to actually relax, it'd be alright. But when there's lives at stake, like.
Alan,
No.
do you just drink the tea?
No.
And then the earth will tell us what to do.
Why can't he tell us what to do?
Because the earth needs to tell
Why
us.
can't he tell us?
The other speaking. Can you hear that? The
No.
changes.
It sounds orange.
Orange.
Tangerine.
You must go. On the horizon,
Oh, you think
guys
so?
might be able to see at least the ones who aren't stoned. More like the smoke has stopped.
The
as
alert
if
members of the
fire's been put out. You think why this fire's been put out? Yes, you must leave. And he runs back to the back of his cave, kind of in cave, and he kind of scrabbles through random boxes and just shelves, knocks things off. Yes, you must move quickly now. Yes.
But not too quick.
Not right now.
Yes.
I wonder how quickly he, as a turtle, was sprinting over to it.
He's moved faster than you've seen him the entire time you've known him. He's been slow this whole time. He's been told to move apparently, and he's now moving. And he grabs off a few potions off the shelves, and comes back, hobbling over to you both. This old turtle making his way quickly as he can, and will pour out a little. I don't know. Maybe you find some small. I don't know, like shot glasses, like empty acorn shells or something, and pours a little bit of. This is a water walking potion. Yes, it'll allow you to run down the stream. You'll slide right down, and you'll get there in no time.
All right.
And he gives you a couple bottles of. So the other potion he's telling you to drink has this lovely blue swirling kind of animation to it. The other one he gives you seems to be flashing black and then white, all black and then all white, and keep flashing between the two. And he gives 2 bottles to, the ones who
His
to you
favourites.
two probably.
Oh, it's so pretty.
This will help.
Is yours different?
It is.
Let's swap
But it's
them.
also the same.
I like that it's flashing exact unison, despite being different bottles. They go black at the same time and white. It's almost mesmerizing.
I did it again.
Ah, will it do it again though?
We gotta wait. I did it again.
Gus is so sick and
Got
tired
a
of this.
forbearing expression. Yeah.
These potions, if you give them to the people who have been petrified, should revert back. This is a brew of mine.
You're telling me you had the potions the whole time? There was stuff there back in the back of your cave, and you could have saved them at any
But
point.
it wasn't time to do it then.
Well, there clearly was time. We've
What
just
do you
been
mean?
doing this
It's
for
been like
a day and a half.
It's been like a whole day. What is wrong with you?
The earth says it is now time to move. You will find
Well, the
luck
Earth's
is
an
on your
idiot then,
side.
isn't it? We were trying to move 24 hours ago.
Yes, it's our friend.
So the earth
Yes,
to ignore him.
The Earth's a bit stupid if it can't figure that out,
Right.
isn't it?
I think the Earth's getting mixed messages from this party.
All right, let's go. Move.
Come on, move.
Let's move.
I drink the potion
Yeah,
of
I
water
did the
walking.
water walk.
Yeah, it gives you
I
little
jump
shots for each of
into
you.
the stream and slide down it.
Yep.
Is it as
Anyone
nice
else?
as the tea?
Not so much. It's a bit more. This one's not for flavour. This is more like murky. It almost feels a bit muddy, but it's not the worst thing. But it's not particularly enjoyable. But it's a quick shot of it. So
Am I able to decant any of these into my beakers, into my little satchel?
as in like you want to
Like
keep a
little-
bit for
Yeah, or like little vials and stuff, like samples.
He can give you like because he's seen your interest with everything. He's probably given you a few like random little samples of different things and been like, "Oh, have some of these ingredients," and we can say you put them into your material components and stuff for you to brew up things.
I'll knock it back and throw the glass on the ground and say, "Let's go."
Don't think the Earth will like that.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm already going down
Yeah,
there.
we're sort of sliding down this weird stream slide.
Yeah.
I'm gonna knock it back, but I'm gonna do that really childish thing where I like suck it so that the cup's on my nose, like a dog or a seal.
Fortunately, I'm not here to see this. I'm making my way down the
So
mountain.
you've jumped down first. At least as you're going down, you see it's like it goes quite.
Oh,
It's like pitch black, pretty much. There's some light filtering down, but this stream's going all the way down, and you're feeling yourself kind of sliding and kind of running on it as you're trying to maintain somewhat upright.
I'm going to try surfing down.
You're going to surf down. Give me. Well, I want you guys, anyone who's going down, to give me dexterity, either acrobatics or athletics, to maintain whatever you're doing as you're going down, and not turn into a tumbleweed or something.
21.
18.
Oh, what?
18.
7.
That's tumbleweed.
Well, I only did a 13, so it's not the most graceful
13.
surf, but I'm still
Okay.
going to try.
I don't think you'll get any
Certainly.
bonuses for that.
13. Yeah. 13.
13.
21,
Cool.
18, 2 13s, 7.
And a
No, 2
7.
13s and a 7.
Yes. So as Khas jumps down, pretty good roll, because you said 18 or something, right?
Yeah.
So you know you're focused. You've got to get there in time. So you jump down. You're kind of surfing your way. You treat it like a slide or something.
Sort of, yeah. I make a combination of running and sliding down the bits where the stream is steeper.
And you're going down quite well. And there's like a few bits where it like splits. Like there's some obstacles, but you perfectly kind of move out the way and stuff. And again, same with you, Alan, as you jump down.
It's funny that the non-stoned people are making good progress.
Curious. And you're able to bob and weave through these kind of
But it'll make no
pillars and stuff.
difference, because we have to get there at the right time.
Exactly.
The reason that I rolled a 7 is because it's not the right time. It won't be the right time until we're all safely there.
Yes, exactly. And as you two with the 13s go down, I'd say that's okay. But you guys are like, it's a few close calls. You're trying to do your surf. You're trying to maintain
I stumble a bit.
a little bit. You're just about keeping your, upright. But I don't know what point you come down compared to everyone else, but you...
I think I've still got the acorn on my nose. I'm still being a seal.
You're too distracted. You're trying to get it off.
I
It's
forgot
like,
I had hands.
it's like a suction cup or something to you.
Take
You're just
the
like
thing off my face.
trying to pull it off. And as you go down, you probably collide with a couple of things. So roll me a d6 of bludgeoning as you're just going to hit
That's
into
a 4.
You hit into a few kind of like stone obstacles as you're going down. You're not quite managing to maintain yourself.
Oh.
But you're okay. You just kind of scuff yourself a little bit on
Yeah.
them.
So I take that damage.
Yes.
Hold on, I think I was in that.
And you guys come all the way down and one after another get shot out into kind of a big pool, but there's light filtering in. It seems there's light, so you should be a way out, but you all kind of spit out at different times. So I think you would come out first, Khas. You get fired out into this big pool. Again, I can just keep reusing these without the pot in the middle, but we can say there's
Pools would have,
Yeah,
greenery
we can
around
say
the
this is
outside.
like a opening over here with light coming through, but you have come through down into this underground plop. Coming from like this direction, you've kind of flopped in. You make a big splash into this cave. Who would be coming? Who jumped in next?
Me.
Okay, give me a dexterity to see that there's no collision here.
Nat 20!
Hey!
Hooray!
How do you perfectly? You kind of come out. You probably don't even land in the water. You just perfectly land your feet outside, or
Yeah.
you go flying out. Do a proper
Yes.
superhero landing
Yes.
or something.
Yes.
Anyone else spitting out of the giant water
I
slide?
think I was last, wasn't I? So
I think so.
were you next
Second
to
to
last?
I feel like the in order of least to most stoned is probably.
That's probably it.
Why are we on top of each other?
Could you roll me a dexterity or an acrobatics?
That's a 2.
Oh no!
I mean, you'll add some numbers to it, but it probably
No, there's no
won't.
numbers.
Oh no!
0.
I think you're flying out with quite some speed because you were like, you're quite enjoying it. Maybe you want to, and you come flying out maybe, and I think
Does the satchel break my fall, or is it just full of beakers? Maybe not.
maybe you don't want it to break
Yeah.
your fall.
Yeah, that's true.
Don't worry, guys. My fall was broken. Bad news. Broken by glass. And yeah, you fly and roll me a d6 of bludgeoning here as you kind of go flying into some rocks down there.
3.
3. So you take 3 damage as you kind of land skidding in the mud
Bit of,
over here.
3D plants.
Hey, nice. I like it. That's good. I would love to build Lego sets for each thing, but that's a lot of time that I can't invest right now. But it was fun. The last session there was I had to build like a little ice cave and some other random things.
Oh, cute.
Which are maybe slightly evident in the video. But Alex, could you give me an acrobatics? And then soon after, Kat, could you give me acrobatics?
Oh wait, see this.
6.
Oh no. I think maybe equally as you're flying out, maybe you like.
Hit the plot.
I do like the idea of that. You get stuck in some. There's some weird kind of seaweed bush weird thing. You don't know. They're all green things to you.
New green things. It's
You
fine.
get tied up a bit in that, but it's at least softened your fall. But you're completely tied up in a knot.
That makes sense, yes.
That's an 8.
I love how all the people who are like somewhat stoned and just be like, dong, 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 dong. You all collide with everything.
I feel like they chose the wrong time after all.
I think you might equally fly off and stick in a bush.
Do we do it at the same time as well? Like, is it
Just
like?
equally fly off and
The earth provides.
Thank you, Earth.
you've been caught by these lovely plants.
The timing was just right.
Now, Earth, would you please let go of me?
You feel quite stuck. You're going to have to exert quite a bit of energy to get out of this.
No, I'm going to try to convince the Earth to let go of me.
I am gonna get myself out
Going
if that's
to
possible.
ignore these idiots and
Yeah,
join Alan.
Athletics.
That's like not
Should
acrobatics.
we just,
Yeah, you're going to
should we just keep going? I don't know what use they're going to be.
That's 15.
Aren't the
Yeah,
stone
that's
people the
pretty good.
ones with the
Yes,
black and white
right. Pull
vials?
yourself out slowly.
Wait,
Are you kind of slightly
I
Why
would
did we
help-
give
them to you?
I'm going to help him,
How
Alex,
has this happened?
convince the bush to let him go by giving him inspiration.
I'll go and help Tinkerbell up.
I love how you
Tinkertop.
break out of your plant and then come over and start
I'm gonna
joining
help you
him
up.
to wish
Can
the
I roll a persuasion check,
You
please?
can.
With
roll
your
away.
With advantage.
With your
Sorry, inspiration.
Inspiration.
What is inspiration again?
Add a D6.
Okay. Then
No,
I-
D8. D8.
Oh,
They've
well,
gone up.
Ah, yes.
it's a
'cause you're
D8.
I'd love to know
Okay.
the DC of convincing the literal land.
With the D8.
I was
I'm a
waiting to see
14.
what he gets. Okay.
And that's with a +7 persuade.
roll.
7.
7. Yeah.
Oh god. You try to persuade this, and you do such good persuading of it to let you go. You start to feel kind of content, actually, and you think,
Maybe-
actually, it's quite comfortable.
Maybe I should stay here.
Yeah, maybe this is a nice place to be.
You make a good point, Earth.
Okay, I'll leave you
cast
two alone.
command on Zarthul. Get up!
Okay, what is command?
So you need to make a wisdom
Now,
saving
is
throw,
it
I
a
think.
charm?
Is it a charm?
I don't know. You
No,
have
I
to
don't think
check.
so.
I will
Man.
check.
I love how we've got 2
You're not-
clerics who love throwing command on people.
Charm is like a sort of ongoing thing. You charm someone and then they're like friends to you for a period. Whereas I think command is just a single instantaneous thing. Like you either do it or you don't.
Yeah, it's not a charm.
Okay. So
So if thing is still like a wisdom saving throw or something?
wisdom saving.
It is, yeah. You must succeed on a wisdom saving throw or follow the command to the best of your ability.
Well, I only
Following
got
turn.
a 2 plus 2 equals 4, so I think I failed.
Stand is the command.
I stand.
Pull yourself out of the bush.
Great. Ooh. I think that probably would work there, as you kind of.
I had been relaxing originally, so maybe it's
Suddenly-
loosened grip.
Do
And
you
suddenly I
like
jolt
convince
up.
yourself? Like, do you see this as, oh, you've been commanded, you do it, or is in like you go, oh, is this actually the Earth now?
No, I think I've heard from behind me
Yeah.
stand, and I realise I have to do that. I should stand up. And I do.
You pop up, and the kind of somehow the force of you doing this, you just pull up the plants, and they're just still partly sticking to you.
Oh, I'm so sorry, Earth. I did not mean to hurt you.
No, it's gifted you.
Oh,
It's gifted you with its own juices.
juices.
Don't say
We
that
could
ever again.
We could include it in the squirrel stew spit things that we make.
I
Maybe.
don't know.
It might make a good chef ingredient.
Can we
I
get
have
going?
never
please?
been more glad to not eat.
As you guys have this conversation, we'll move up to the top. Where could you? Anyone who's like moving up to the front?
No.
Obviously
We
it's
are
separate.
talking
You're
to
at
the
the back.
earth.
Oh, right, okay.
We are still here. We're having a very important conversation.
You're
with
still
you.
quote unquote arsing around, so I guess we're the ones who are going to get tapped by wolves.
So the
or
guys
whatever.
up at the front. You guys roll me perception checks.
19.
How dare he try and make us be productive?
15.
15 and a 19. That's both pretty good. You both hear some voices outside as you come near the cave entrance. It starts to filter through it a little bit. And you hear outside, like two people speaking. And one of them's like saying to the other, like, what should I do for that? I think I should probably do. I feel like I always do certain accents. I should like do some random country accents just to like go off in different directions. Just have like some random French people or something. Just
Yeah, I'd love to hear random countries' accents.
Well, we made a good. That's a bit outrageous. There's a little bit.
Oh, yes.
Yes, people laugh. It's like,
Where's my garlic?
Well, that is another job well done. We made some good money on that, I would think. Yes, I would think so. I think we made good money from that. You know, those orc children, you know, it was so easy to snatch them and sell them off. You know, we should do this again, you know, make more outrageous fortunes. Yes. Oh. And someone named probably thinking, what's going on?
I think you should not include some of those things in your videos.
And so you kind of hear this going on outside. These people talking, like, oh, you know, those people from the town. You know, they're talking about this world's edge. Like, what is this? A bunch of weird people saying, oh, you go to this place and you see this. It's a bunch of weirdos there, you know. So glad I left that town, you know.
I hate to admit it, but we appear to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, that's kind of worked out, hasn't it? Just coincidence, like, obviously.
let us confront these people. Do you agree?
Yeah, let's see if we can give the kids back. Yeah.
At the bush, I want to try and listen to the earth again, see what it's trying to tell me to do.
Roll me a perception check.
I would like to inspire this.
How many inspirations do you have left?
I've got one after this.
Oh my god.
Oh, great.
Oh, great.
Hey! You can save the inspiration for when you really need it.
I will do that then, yes.
You listen to the earth and you hear that you get this sense that action's needed. There's you're in the right place at the right time. You're going to be needed to. You feel like you need to go up to the front and help with something. There's something that needs to be done. That's very important.
And what tone does this sound like to me?
It's maybe like a deeper rumbling. And you feel action. Good orca impression.
What can I hear? Well, can I hear the earth, or do I just hear one sided conversation?
I like the idea that you're almost like repeating it back or something.
I think I'm trying to talk back and say the same thing. So you probably hear me saying,
Okay. Ooh. Ooh.
I'm just picturing like Dory talking to whales. Don't go over.
I think the earth is telling us that we need to act.
You hear from in the distance, in the direction of Khas and Alan. Foul slavers, face justice, you horrible men, and tell us where these children are.
Yeah, Alan was like, "Oh, sorry, I was a bit forward. Look, hello. Can you give back the orc kids, please?"
Put a bunch of random plants
let's go see
outside. Maybe they kind of got their
what the earth
backs to a wall.
has anything to say in that direction.
I'm going to turn you round and then forget to turn myself round.
I'm just going to wander forwards.
So good. You can come and join the others as they.
I will eventually work out how to turn myself around.
As you guys make an appearance, the rest of you guys. So that's what you've said. I'm assuming to these. Oh, who is this? They pull out daggers. It's you kind of as you jump. I assume you've gone out and seen them.
Yeah, I've just burst out of whatever little cubby hole we were in.
I cast
From
calm
them.
emotions on this crowd in front of me. I don't like the look of what's going on.
This crowd.
All of us?
Yeah,
Yeah.
everyone here in front of me. They've got daggers bards. This is clearly not.
Cool. So what's the effect of this? Is it quite large?
I need to check, but I think it does have a range.
Well, as you check that, I'll give it a
Well,
description.
the entire session's worth of righteous
Sorry.
anger that's been building is about to be dispelled.
Yeah.
I'm very sad about this.
No, we can
It
resist
has a
this,
20-foot area, yes,
Yeah.
and 60-foot range.
It's the yellow.
So this is-
yellow one dice. As you come out, it seems to be
Charisma save.
some guy who's got he's got like a
Oh, dear.
yellow kind of
no,
it's
we're
like a
proficient.
bandana, is it, or something around his
Yeah,
head?
I've only got
Yeah.
+3 there.
Like a blue coat, some boots. He's got like a lot of random trinkets.
Like a bit piratey.
A little bit. It looks like he's maybe got things from random places that don't quite meet, like trinkets or trophies.
Got 15.
7.
What's your
Charisma
DC?
saving throw.
Yeah, what's your DC?
My DC
I've got 15.
15.
Alan. Oh. Okay, I pass. Alan fails.
Yeah.
Oh,
What
okay.
does the other one look like?
Your calm emotions has failed to quench
The other
Kaz's
one is wearing some kind of
burning need
thick
to
leather
to
armor
express
with
himself.
like kind of red clothing underneath, red kind of what do you call like when you have like a scarf or handkerchief over your face to like,
Like
say again?
highwayman kind of bandana thing.
Yeah, it's like a
Yeah.
bandana, but it's like a
Well, I
wing.
can't remember. It's like a specific name
Mhm.
for it. But anyways, they've got that covering their faces, and I will roll for them. What do they get?
Charisma.
Oh, a charisma.
Charisma saving throw, yeah.
Let me just. So that's one of them's got. So I'll do. So yellow one will be a 18,
That's a definite pass.
and the red one is a nat 1.
Well, that's a definite fail then, yes.
Mm. Great. We can. Is there any? Do you think you can find any condition rings that might be of good quality for us?
Calm.
Calmed. Let's see.
If you have enough.
I mean, there's charmed, which is close.
I mean, that's not far off.
It's probably about the best one. You're not really charmed, but you're calmed.
Mhm.
It rhymes.
Charmed, calmed. Nice. So, good for you, Sue. Cass is the only one who's not.
No, the yellow is not.
Yellow. You got an 18.
And yellow, but I mean from the party at least. But yeah. And they, one of the yellow one like turns around with a dagger as you come out. Oh, you had a bone to pick with us, but the other one, the red one who's been calmed, is not gonna pull out a dagger and just be like, oh, some nice. Well, this one was higher pitch, wasn't it? Oh, it's a nice friends here.
Yeah, hello guys.
Nice to see you.
I quite like if you gave back the orc kids, but no rush or anything.
Well, we don't have them anymore. We gave. Oh, why you tell them our plans? Wait. Shush, what are you talking? Wait.
Put that thing away, you foolish man, before you hurt yourself with it. Where are these children?
What is this anger? We did nothing. Wait. What
calm down, mate. Just.
No, he started as well.
Where do you put the kids like?
We don't touch no kids. I don't know this guy. What are you saying?
We overheard you. Do not try to pretend.
I wish to psychically project a message to the red one who I can see has calmed down and tell him to listen to the air.
He will always turn to his friend and be like, oh yes, it's just this is such a good day. The grass is nice day. Let's just tell them, the earth seems to be in good mood. He's like, what suddenly happened to you? He smacks him a few times around the face.
Calm down, you don't need to.
I'd like to try and intimidate the yellow one by saying, your friend has all but confirmed that you have the children. Now, tell us where they are. I have had a most frustrating 2 days.
Roll me intimidation.
21.
I rolled very well, but not 21. So, you do a lot of sharp objects on you. I don't really want to pick another fight today. This guy's lost it. Where do you want? Then get on your way. What do you want?
Tell us where the kids are, mate.
Please. The last one is over there. We sold the other two. There's one other cot. Well, maybe sold is a strong word. It was more like exchange for a nice home, probably. Maybe.
Who do you sell them to then?
There's these people with they had these red ribbons and they were all being poncy and whatever, but their money was good, so.
And where did they go? Which direction? Quickly now!
I do not know what direction they went. I just want to get out the area for when those guys get angry. He kind of points to, in the distance, there's probably, some smoke is moving or something, and it looks like that you can imagine what might be moving, as in the orcs or something. I want to get out of it before they go do whatever to the town.
Well, so you don't know the names. What do they look like apart from the ribbons, those people who bought them?
Oh, they had all these poncy robes and being like, look at us, we have these cool ribbons that make us powerful. And I was like, I'm not interested. But, gave them what they wanted and they went on their way.
Have I ever heard of anyone with red ribbons in my songs and stories?
Roll me a history check.
Oh, maybe I have. Depends how difficult you've made this. History. 17.
Okay. You recall all sorts of songs that might be related. Maybe this was even an interest. It feels like you went through, like, you kind of like the color red or something, so you'd listen to loads of,
Only sang songs that match my outfit.
Yeah, like for a period. So you don't recall them, and you feel like, well, I would have probably found something about them if there was something. So you get a feeling like you don't know it, not because not aware, but like that material wasn't really around for you there wasn't a record of these. they called themselves like the I don't know. They whipped around these red ribbons, and let me check that. They called themselves the Red Threads. No.
Thanks, mate. That's all we wanted to know. Thanks very much.
And look, take the child. I don't care anymore. If it is important to you, I won't stop you.
Yeah, we will do.
And what did you get for selling these children?
Well, nothing really. Just something for food, and
You will hand over to us immediately the proceeds of your disgusting acts. Or you can die.
I think I'm still calm, so... Alright, Khas, just calm down
Calm
a bit,
down,
mate.
He is helping us because we have cornered and trapped him with superior force.
We gave him the info that we needed. We
This
got
man
what
is
we
a
wanted.
slaver. He will do it again.
Cashew.
Oh no!
I'm gonna sling an arm around
not
Alan's shoulders
believe
and be
you.
like, he's a politician. Trust him.
If it helps, it lasts a minute.
What's that? Sorry.
If it helps, it just lasts a minute.
I'm imagining it's lasting for this whole conversation.
I could get you a nice house back in your village if you really wanted
Actually,
one.
you decide when a minute's been up.
Oh,
and
you
tell,
have joined
and
them
you'll
in their
switch.
idiocy.
The other one will switch.
There's no need to be so violent all the time. I guess we need to go a bit.
This
quicker,
man is an
but-
evildoer.
Oh, I just need the money for
Give him
food. Would you starve a man?
one evil thing that he has done.
He has kidnapped children and sold them for profit.
Done to you.
But he knows that he's in the wrong.
This is
and
not
now
how
he's
morality
making
works.
amends. They are starting
Look.
to listen to
It's their business,
the
like, for
ground.
them to improve themselves and make themselves better.
Maybe
They'll
those,
figure it out in their own time.
and maybe those children will have a better life.
What am I hearing?
Look, we just need to get on and find these ribbon people, and then we're done with it, And so I kind of shake the hand. Thanks very much for the information, and have a good life.
it ends there. It's like shaking hands.
As soon as you shake hands, calm motions ends. So you're back to normal.
Like, what the hell have I just been saying?
What have I been saying? Wow, what's...
Look, I take back the answer. I'm very disappointed in you for stealing kids and stuff. But I don't think we actually got time to get killing these people. I think we better get finding the rest of the kids. So, stuff both of you so we have a terrible life. Come on, let's get going.
Okay.
I can see that you have listened inside. Many thanks for your help.
Where is the one remaining child?
Kind of
He
round.
said it was like over there.
Yeah, they kind of pointed in a direction around the kind of corner.
Can I go and try and find the child?
You
My,
certainly can.
very alert state.
You kind of flow around the corner, and you see a cart with kind of random burlap bags and random sacks, and there seems to be like a small little. Actually, I'd imagine maybe there's like a rope that's tied on like a pillar of the cart and goes to wrapped around the hands of what you see to be an orc child. They're kind of wearing a kind of like a purple kind of nightie almost as it was, as if they were planning to go to sleep before.
Oh.
And they kind of got green skin and dark brown hair, and they look a bit rough. Not as in they've been like hurt, but just because they've not had time to look after themselves as they've had their hands tied.
Oh. Can I go to them? Hello.
They were kind of initially kind of moved back, looking scared.
Oh no, I don't want to hurt you. I don't care about you that much.
They feel much better.
Can I cut the rope to like free their hands?
Can I come over and also sort of say, "Hey there, little guy.
God.
How are you doing?"
So sweet.
I don't do because it's like it looks like a little girl, but I love the kind of you're just saying you're like they kind of like so many faces. They kind of close their eyes as you pull out something sharp to cut the ropes. And it's like,
Whoa! I'm not gonna cut you, darling. For the rope. Okay, I'll cut through the rope with my dagger. And there we are. You can go if you want, but I don't know where you could go.
You could ride on my shoulders if you'd like.
Or if you climb back up the stream, there's a guy with some really nice tea.
Yeah.
He'll get you all sorted.
She'll kind of suddenly grab onto you.
Oh, okay. You can stay with us. Like, I don't. You all right with that?
Yeah.
Are we parents now?
No.
Oh my god.
I've never spoken to a child before.
And these two have gone.
Yeah.
Are you doing anything?
I was going to approach the cat, but kind of ignore the child and just see what's in the bags.
There's always going to be one. No, go ahead. Yeah, give me an investigation check as you look through.
Investigation.
Yes.
D20, add your investigation.
Which is like intelligence based. That's 6. Wait, are you?
You're an
That's
artificer, so your intelligence is going to be good.
Yeah.
So plus like 5, I think, in total.
Yeah,
so
if you're proficient at
11.
things, so nice.
11. Yeah, you kind of look through some of these, and a lot of it is kind of like mostly random crap and things, but you find like a good like few shiny like swords or things. It's just like random stuff. It looks like I don't know, random bags of stuff that have like there's no connection with them. It just looks like random supplies that have I don't know, you get the sense that they've just been pilfered and they got whatever they got. But there's there's some nice supplies in there and stuff, some random weapons like random swords or and food and supplies like that. So there's certainly some interesting random useful things, but yeah.
I want to go and ask the orc child, like, hello, do you know which way the people who bought your friends went? Did you see that?
Just kind of holding on to
Do you speak common? Do you know the direction they went in? That's all right. We can find them. What did the?
Well, we got a description of them that they're dressed in really fancy robes and they've got the distinctive ribbons. They didn't really say anything else about whether. Well, they didn't know where they went, did they?
Is anyone capable of searching for their tracks?
I can use detect thoughts to see what she's thinking of. So maybe
Yeah, go ahead.
I can look at her surface thoughts and see if I can tell what direction they headed off in.
So is
I
this
think
like
she'd probably tell us if she knew. I don't think.
Is this
I think she's a bit scared though.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Is this a spell or is it
It's a
just
spell? Spell.
Sure.
Second
So
level.
does she have to like resist or?
Oh, I guess yes. She would want
Is
if
that
she.
a good idea?
I don't know.
No,
That's
you can do
magic
it.
on the child that we're rescuing. Out of character. In character, I'm going to glare sternly at these two people and tell them that they're under
It is
arrest
a wisdom save.
and that they're coming
Where
with
are you
us.
taking them?
That's a 9. So
It doesn't pass. So I'm trying to read her thoughts and try and gauge what she remembers. Effectively, if she is thinking of that.
if you kind of look through a surface of memories and stuff, you kind of see that she kind of seems to have images of these kind of similar to the description you might have heard from the bandits. They seem to have these red ribbons like wrapped around their hands.
Okay.
And they kind of have these kind of poncy looking kind of jackets and stuff like long coats. And you get a sense that she does know where they are, but she's scared and doesn't want to go back to near them. And that's maybe the reason.
But she's not telling us.
Potentially.
Okay, in which case maybe I'll say to her, "Hey, little guy, we don't want to take you to them. We'll take you safe to a safe place, and we just want to go and find your friends. We won't take you to them at all."
Oh, we can take you back to Cape Antoli.
Yeah, and I can cook
And then-
you some delicious
She
squirrel.
probably wants to be reunited with her family.
Let me finish the sentence, Cashew. And then we can tell your family to meet you there.
Yeah. All the squirrel you could ever want to eat.
And nothing else.
It's so tasty.
It was like she kind of points in a direction. We were that way when we met with them. And it seems like not necessarily towards the town, but not away from it. It's kind of like almost parallel or something. It'd be away from the mountain coming out. Seems to point to. I don't know if they're still there, but they were scary. They were really scary.
Oh, it's all right, darling. We can deal with scary things. You can deal with scary things. You've been very brave.
Some of us are quite tough. We can stand up to them. But we won't take you there. Don't worry about that.
So what is the plan then?
Yeah, where are we gonna leave them?
Where's your family, like your grown-up family?
She kind of looks around, trying to see her surroundings, and they tend to move around a lot. I don't know where they are currently.
Maybe we should try and find them.
Did we see a horde of orcs heading towards the village from the mountain?
Yeah,
so
I think we did, yeah.
Possibly the orcs or her family or someone who knows her will be at the village at some point. It would also diffuse tensions if we turn up with one of the children that we have rescued.
Yeah, and then she could explain where the rest of them are, and then we could go and save them, right? Might as well go to the orcs.
This seems logical to me. But we just have to deal with these two.
What? I don't understand why we have to deal with them, Cashew. They're not doing anything.
Oh yes, we'll do nothing anymore. We are good boys forever now. We give charity. We go and give back rubs to people, whatever you good people do.
They were planning to do more slaving when we overheard them.
Oh.
I propose that we kill them where they stand.
If
you do not like this, I propose instead we take them back to the city.
Probably take them to an authority or something.
I did ask, what have they done to you? And they didn't do anything to you personally, but our friend here, they did do something personal to. Would you like us to kill them?
She nods.
Way to clear your conscience.
No, we didn't mean anything bad. No. What do you want from us? We'll give you our money. We leave.
I think we should kill them.
I think we should take them to an authority and have them arrested.
No, I think we should kill them. That's what she wants.
We need to serve time, and errors
are
our ways.
In this receptacle here that they had.
I have some experimental acid. It started as an ointment.
And TikTok has some experimental acid.
I believe
torture about
in all of the things that Tinkerbell found.
Tinkertop.
Sorry. In all of the things that Tinkertop found, was there any ropes or chains or anything like that?
There are probably ropes on there, yeah. General supplies.
Probably have ropes with us. Right?
I will propose that we, tie these guys
I
up.
don't, but I think if anyone has an explorer's pack, they
Yeah, I
should.
can explorer's pack. I can
take
probably get some rope.
Please, have a mercy. Please. No, please.
Okay.
What do we say? Yes.
You do seem to...
We will tie you up and you will accompany us, yes?
Okay.
Why do we have to take them?
Because that is what all of you wanted to do initially.
If we're not going to kill them, we're going to make sure to take them to authority.
To Master Ugwe or whatever his name was.
Come on. We must get to the town in the head of the orcs.
Can we compromise? Can we kill one with acid and take the other?
I don't think that we need to kill one.
No, I don't think. Shrugs. Just take both of them.
Perhaps they should just face justice, and we should take them into custody.
Yes, that is what we have done. I assume that they have
us
let us tie them
Oh,
up.
we could take them. If we
tie
take
their
them,
hands.
Take them to the orcs.
Take them to the arcs.
Yes, they
Yeah,
will.
well,
Oh, that's a good idea. We'll take them to the arcs, and they can decide the fate.
Honestly, maybe it's...
I guess sort of the whole thing.
Seeing as this is the parents and the families now, it's probably
either we're going to kill them or we're going to take them.
The just thing to do is that let the kid's family decide what happens to them.
Let the wronged parties decide what.
Yeah, all right. We'll take it to the Orcs, all right, and we'll see what they got to say about it. And I mean, they're an authority. Why not?
The human authorities would be more appropriate.
What do you got against orcs?
Well, what's wrong with that? It's a crime that's been committed.
I've never met one until now, but what do you got against them?
It's
I
a
have
crime.
nothing against orcs.
It's a crime that's been committed against the Orcs. Shouldn't it be them who decides what happens to the people who've wronged them?
Well, I do not know how the justice systems of this area work.
Well, neither do I. I'm sure the Orcs.
Let us then make inquiries.
Yeah.
I suspect, though, that the orcs' method of justice will be
What's the
more
tea
summary.
situation? How stoned are we now?
That's up to you guys to decide. You can roll me constitution checks if you want to see how fast it's going through your system.
I want it to fail.
Yeah, I want to fail.
Then
I'm
we
feeling
all
really zen and like I'm feeling quite
Well, let's
clear-headed
hop to the city
Pixie,
then.
so-
Or town or whatever.
Yeah, let's go.
That's where the orcs are going to be.
We can say
Also,
over,
the orc encampment.
over this journey you guys do, it starts to fade away now.
We don't get like hungover and
Yeah.
or
No.
You probably feel really thirsty or get the munchies or something.
Probably, yes. But otherwise, you go back
Savoury
to the
squirrel.
normal or whatever.
Damn,
As
what
if a
were
little
those
bag
fucking
of
my
gold I
files
was
for?
going to give you when you was trying to
Oh,
take their stuff.
maybe we were going to drink them.
Don't drink them. You're not allowed to drink them. They're not for you.
It was going to be a bag of
Who are they
gold. but
for?
They
I'm
were
doing
given
it as
to
if
us,
every
Alan.
session
For the
is just
stone
flat
people.
rewards.
People
Otherwise,
who are
it's
dying.
Give the stone
But still,
people.
Not the stoned people. They're for the
Khas is currently in
No.
custody of.
Yeah.
Don't
some
drink
large
them.
monster.
They're very
that's,
important.
yeah,
Okay.
that's where you get the money for, in the
Things.
session.
I don't like that. I don't think I meant to because I wasn't there last session.
So, what brings you in these? I imagine like you're just going for a long time and it's a bit quiet, and they're just like trying to make conversation. What brings you around here? We don't get.
Have you ever heard of me before?
I've never heard your accents before.
Well, actually, it's a funny
I'm
story.
Pixie Road.
You guys have such outrageous accents. Why don't you know how to speak?
I have you know that I have a very consistent, very professional accent that has been maintained this entire session.
Oh, you sound like a foreigner. I bet you're insane.
No, I'm from
I
here.
think you're right there, mate. Look, there's actually a funny reason why we're here, and that's that the orcs actually started raiding the village and setting it on fire and turning to people's stone because they thought that the villagers were the ones who took the kids. That's why we're here.
Oh, well, yeah, hands tight. Well, that sounds like a bit of a bother.
So where did you come from? What plane are you from?
What do you mean, plane?
I don't know. Where do you live?
Well, we used to live in nearby town of.
Uh-oh.
Fromage under brie.
We come from Paris. Would you not know it? Someone give me Paris, but a different version of it that we can rip off.
I should know this because I teach 40 different texts about Paris.
Do you mean like Paris but changed slightly, or
Yes.
Paris says oddly?
Perish.
Perish. We'll go with that. Perish. Put that one in it.
That sounds like they come from a parish. Like,
Which parish?
yeah.
No, we didn't perish. That's just where we're from.
You're gonna perish though when those orcs get a hold of you.
I mean, well, I'm sure they are merciful people. They kind of see. I mean, do you guys have like any spell casting stuff on you? Like, how do you guys cast spells of those who can? You've got a big stick with a flipping eyeball on it, don't you?
Yes.
They're like, they're probably you're the glaring person to talk to, bro. They're like, so what is with that eyeball?
It's the eyeball of the slard. I killed it once and then fixed it onto my staff so as to use it for magical things.
A slad. Well, why is it not decayed? That's really creepy.
It's magical.
Magical.
Oh goodness, yes.
Magical. Oh no. Oh,
You don't
please don't hurt us.
Yeah, plenty of us are proper magical. Yeah,
Oh.
I mean, my big scary war god's giving me a bunch of.
Oh, war
powers.
god. Oh
Yeah.
no.
Yeah, I don't really like him either. Yeah.
Plus, I also prepared it like you do with leather, so it's very very solid.
What's that? Your pissed on it?
No,
That's how you make leather.
is that how you make leather?
Yes.
Yeah.
Why
You
you
know
pissing on
this.
my bars?
Yes, I pissed on it.
You're not going to piss on my bars, are you?
Oh, are your Are your eyeballs magical?
What's the correct answer?
Well, hopefully no, because
Yours isn't big enough to go on a staff.
So no, then, not magical.
Maybe
Okay.
some
Oh, no.
earrings.
on my staff,
No, for you.
on his eyes.
You make his eyes into earrings.
Oh.
They'll be too heavy for your ears, you know.
No. I wouldn't want your eyes.
I don't think your
earrings.
head weighs very much.
I feel like Khas's, let's kill them suggestion was fairly humane in comparison to the last 5 minutes of discussion.
We won't kill them, we'll just turn into trinkets.
Well, we're not planning to kill you.
Please kill us. I think I want to go. I'm on this way.
Tinkertop.
We're not going to kill you. We're just going to hand you over to the orcs and see what they do with people who steal their children.
What kind of material would you make from this gentleman's eyes?
I think the human authorities would be more appropriate.
I think if we scooped out some of the unimportant parts, I could maybe make a homunculus botany assistant.
Oh.
I could use like
gosh, you're all insane.
Oh, so you could use like the whole head. That's very resourceful.
Then scoop out
You look
plant seeds.
You look like you're
comparatively
alive after that.
That is because I am.
You step and walk and plant seeds. Yeah.
I told you it's not because he's fat.
Did you hear that? TikTok can make you into a into a homunculus, and you'd still be alive. Would you like that?
Oh no! Just hand us over. Please don't torture us or whatever.
I don't know what to talk about. We're not going to torture you at all. I don't see what you've got against the York authorities dealing with this in a professional manner.
It is because they are humans, and therefore they should be tried by the human authorities.
They did crimes against orcs, so that should
The
be the York
jurisdiction
authorities.
in which they committed a crime was the orcs because they stole orc children.
And look, the only orc
I do not think children carry jurisdiction with them.
And look, the only orc I've ever met is this child here, and she's been perfectly nice and lovely. I'm sure the orc adults
What's
will
your
be as well.
name?
Oh shit.
Can I give you a name?
I'll call you
You can
Mikey.
give me a name that will happen.
Whatever you're called, I'm gonna forget it and call you something else.
That's part
Like
of my
sometimes I
common
forget Cashew's name and I call him Khas, and it's just very confusing.
What do you think when you say Khas? That's you saying the wrong name by accident. You're like, oh, sorry, correct myself there. Cashew. Or kazoo.
Not impressed.
I'm gonna call you Violet because I like your purple dress.
She quite likes this. She'll smile. She gives it a little twirl.
That's a great name. It's a very, very pretty name.
It's a botanical name.
Yeah. I can't wait to meet your family. What are they like?
Violet and
Don't try to brew her into it. Violet's nice.
Yeah, what are your family like?
My mommy is really lovely. She likes to make me these little breads. They're really nice. She puts a little bit of honey on them. Really nice.
Oh, that sounds nice.
And my daddy, he's really strong, and he beats up all the bad people. It's really funny to watch.
Like these two fellas here.
Sometimes we beat up bad people.
You like my daddy then?
Yeah, but once we had to fight some monkeys, and
This is the alpha playtest.
and I nearly died twice. I did nothing in that fight.
Monkeys, they sound ferocious. I've never met one. What are they like?
Murderous.
I
I
think
hope
it was
never to
the
meet
animated
one.
suits of armor that were doing you damage.
Oh no, that was the other time. No, there was monkeys. We were in like a temple.
I see.
You probably think this thing she drank is tea.
Yeah. I'm just not even bothering to correct it.
Could we can say that. So you guys said you were heading towards the town, or where
I
were
think
you?
when we heading towards the
orcs.
We
Yeah.
were heading towards the town
Stop
because the orcs were going to the town as well.
Yeah.
Okay,
The idea
cool.
was that we would meet them there with smiles and one of their children. Hey,
And if they're not there, we can still go to the orc encampment from the town.
Yeah, that's fine.
We'll sort that out so the orcs don't sack the town, and then maybe go and pick up the trail of whatever the other slave is.
Yes. We can say as you guys head back, are you doing like quite fast pace, trying to get there in time?
Yeah.
No, heck yeah.
I mean,
Fast as you
patience is a virtue, though.
But
So
sometimes
I'm going as
what
fast
he's
as I
saying is
can.
we're going to get there in fast pace. The others will stroll along about
without
half a
the
day
child,
later.
I will just say to the orcs, trust us, the children are coming any second now.
Yeah, they're on the way, and then you're all just like having tea in a glaze. There's no rush.
So we can say you arrive back at the town, and there's a bit of like smoke in the distance. It looks like it's quite near. You can kind of see maybe people approaching, maybe but still a lot on the horizon. Like you've maybe got half an hour or something. And you can see people kind of rushing around the townsfolk. They're trying to pull out, any kind of sharp objects they have, but they don't have much. So, pitchforks and sickles or whatever nonsense that they have to try and, get ready. But there's a lot of hubbub and, they're running around like cockroaches, really. Just kind of.
Oh, this brings back memories of 2 days ago. Is this town's response to crisis to run around like ants?
Ants are pretty organized, Cash.
These ants are not.
They're not like normal ants, though. Ants work together.
Can we see the mayor anywhere?
Give me a perception check.
I also like to look at the map.
I think he should have advantage because he is in there.
Hey! That is perfect. I love you on a nat 20 for that.
Yeah, you might identify mayor abilities.
Yeah.
Like calls to like.
You just think, where would you be in a crisis like this? Where would a mayor be in a crisis like this?
I would probably be
Hiding.
like
Halfway out of the county.
Yeah.
With all his gold.
probably in my office carrying under my desk.
Yeah, you kind of see one of the, you assume that's the mayor's, it's like the town hall or something. You can see through like a window or something.
Yeah.
You can see someone shaking under the desk a little bit.
There he is. I made my way over to the mayor's office. Knock on the door.
Yeah.
Hello?
Are you guys following or?
Well, I don't know. I feel like if we start walking through with an orc, they're going to be like,
You
not
might
a
get some
child.
questioning.
yeah.
looks,
I know
but
it's a child, but I'm like, maybe we'll just kind of like,
Can
I might
can
hand
I
back a
have Violet on my shoulders at this point, maybe to try and make her look a little bit less scary to the people?
Sure.
By making her seem taller.
By making her
on
seem
the
like a
on the
child.
shoulders
And
of
making her a really easy
Gifter
target.
Eye.
Yeah.
Give me
I see no way in which
A
this could
persuasion.
go
No way,
badly.
no way.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. I'm thinking wisdom, but also persuasion. I'm trying to think of like the equivalent of animal handling, but with
A child.
To be honest,
Animal handling.
Yeah.
Well, I can say it's not going to succeed, whatever it is. I
Oh,
rolled a
whatever it is.
6.
Oh, yeah. Fair enough. Maybe you come and talk to her or something,
Yeah.
and she doesn't really want to be that visible. She's
That's fine.
a bit.
I think she's very sensible.
I think that she's not very much fun.
I'm going to
But
try
I keep that to myself.
I'm going to try and stop some of the headless chicken running townsfolk
Yeah.
and tell them that to stop being running around like headless chickens and that we have arrived and we've found the people that kidnapped the orc children and we intend to meet with the orcs when they arrive to convey this information.
Cool. We can say a couple of people you have that conversation. Otherwise, unless you two are doing something,
I'm knocking on the
Mayor.
door of the mayor's office. I'm kind of like, hello, it's us again. We found one of the orc kids and the people who kidnapped them. So,
kind of he suddenly bangs his head as he tries to stand up. And the desk yeah, no, my pen wasn't down there. Don't know where that pen is. Could be anywhere. Oh, fantastic news. Yes, I was just preparing for the fight or something. Yes, definitely. Oh, you found one of the orc children. Where were they?
yeah, they were getting sold by these two idiots over here. But we don't know what the other two orc children. We don't know exactly where they are. But I think we've. How we find out again? like general.
Yeah, we found out like where they were.
Oh, yeah.
In the
we
general.
know where they might be.
and
And we're
they
gonna.
were held by the red threads who have things wrapped around their hands.
Bats and fancy fox. We're gonna go after them later. But,
They're good. They're good.
yeah, we'll give this one back to the orcs, and I think we should hand over the people who kidnapped them over to the orcs as well, and just let them out the way with them, you know.
Sounds fair to me. I mean, I'm happy to trial them here. This has caused enough upsets, but hopefully this will stop the orcs attacking if you've got proof that you found one of these orc children. Absolutely amazing. I knew, I could see in you another another bear, and I knew you'd get to the bottom of it.
Yeah, I did all right with it. Yeah. All right. We got the potion that helps to stone people as well. No thanks to Old Joe. I don't know what you see in him, but he's not a very nice man. You shouldn't count
I
him
will
for
not hear a word against Old Joe.
He
made the best tea I've ever had.
He's absolutely crazy. He sent us all on missions that nearly got us killed, and also these guys could get stoned while he kept the queue and locked them in his cave. He's an awful, awful person, and you should never talk to him again.
He said that you need to get the potion for the stoned people.
Never talk to Old Joe again. Mark my words, you'll be thankful
We
for
would
it.
have been stoned. We're not Old Joe.
I am so sad I'm not in the room as well.
Leave him to never talk to a single person again in his lonely mountain.
But you say you got the... I mean, he deals with magic. I don't trust that sort of thing, but then again, you have helped me, and you're saying he has helped?
Yeah, he used to have got the potions, right?
Yeah, I'm still with Violet, and I'm showing her the potion and how pretty the colours change. It's amazing, isn't it? Look, if I shake it up, it doesn't do anything different. It just flashes between black and white.
I forgot the colours were black and white. Look at the pretty colours. Black.
And then white.
The most vibrant of colours is everyone.
Absolutely, yes.
I mean, actually, you're from Limbo, right?
I am, yes.
So
I don't know. I think they have colours in Limbo,
okay.
but
I'm
I don't
thinking
know,
of the game Limbo, where it's black and white, if you know what I'm talking about. Well, we've got to help some people then. I'll be right with you as I find my pen.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
It's around here somewhere.
Are there any shops open?
Maybe.
I'm hungry.
I think everyone's a bit too panicked and getting the pitchforks to be open, like.
Zarthul, are you hungry?
I had a delicious squirrel for breakfast, but yes.
Do you not just feel really hungry?
A little bit hungry now that you mention it.
Really hungry.
Pretty hungry, yes.
Yeah, really hungry.
Right then, Khas, should we head off to the orc then, or should we try and heal some people
You see a pastry like on his desk.
Ordinarily, I could suggest that we could split our forces, but I think our rest
I'm going to eat it all
friends
myself.
are...
Well, you are the heroes or something, so thank you.
Tinkertop.
Yeah, Tinkertop.
You are more reliable, I think, than these two. And also you are interested in potions.
Yes.
Will you take these potions and cure the stone people?
Shuffles through notes. I will certainly try. Yes.
Good. Then we can go to the gates the orcs are approaching.
Can I trust you with this potion, TikTok? Because I was given this by Old Joe specifically for the purpose of stoning people.
Stoning people?
Unstoning people.
Yeah,
You are already
I'll write the
stoned
label.
enough, I think.
Okay.
Can you make another one?
I'm hoping to.
Can you make other ones with these colors? Well, more color.
Will
with the
Violet
cool
willingly
things.
come with us?
I will try to,
well,
yes.
you have first cut, but
Okay, I'll give you the one I got to him.
That Khas is a trusted person, and he will not hurt her at all.
Oh, I thought I was going with you.
Also, that he
you can come with
has
us.
a
Bring
wide
it.
shape.
We were just kind of abandoning you while you were
I'll
talking.
convey that as well.
Oops.
Okay.
Look at his chest. It's got a...
You can't see his chest.
I know, I'm just saying.
What are you talking about?
To Violet.
Just tell the orc child that you're sending her off with the undead. That's gonna go well. Mr. Mayor, do you have a signal for parley or surrender or talking with the orcs?
Yes, he kind of goes into a cabinet and goes, "Oh, it's up top in the tower. We have some coloured flags. If you go up there, you should be able to set up a white flag or something."
Okay. I will do this.
So thank you.
Let's go do that then.
Assuming,
Yeah, you guys can head up this tower. It's not super high. This is not like the biggest village at all or anything, but it's not got a grand, town hall. But you got the tower, get to the top, and you got a decent view here. You're able to look out if you want to. but you can see that there's a little box with some random coloured fabrics in there, and a kind of line to hoist it up above.
Yeah.
Cool.
Get the white one. Do that. Yeah.
And then let's make our way to the gate to meet the orcs.
Indeed.
And
maybe
get torn to pieces, but you know.
Well, I'll make sure we bring both the prisoners and the child.
Perhaps I should come to calm the emotions of the crowd.
Yes.
Ooh.
Yeah, and I think
Wonder
Pixie's
if there
coming
are
as well.
enough orcs, you can like calm them all down and like let these guys go.
The army of orcs are going to be in a 60-foot space.
Well, no, this is 20-foot radius.
I was thinking
So
more
that's
that
what-
hopefully the signal, between seeing the signal and seeing us standing in the open, looking non-threatening with the orc child
Would help,
free,
yes.
and hopefully smiling might encourage them to,
Yeah,
to actually come and talk to us first.
maybe put me at the front, because if you want non-threatening,
I mean,
the
if
pink
it helps
glitter
as well,
ball might
I
do it.
can try to connect with an orc that is in range, to tell them what is going on.
What is your range?
Yeah, it's
So you guys are all heading to there's not much of a wall, but there's probably like a cobbled wall that goes round somewhat to kind of keep in animals or whatever. So
30.
You guys can go to a gate or something towards where they're coming.
It's just 30 feet.
30 feet.
So
you probably don't have the range
I don't.
yet.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Yeah.
In the meantime, Tinkertop is saving the stoned people.
We could even.
I hope. Well,
not to necessarily.
Tinkertop's been asked to save the stoned
Yes.
people. We'll see what happens.
Maybe
But
turn
hopefully
one
she does,
into a
because,
I don't know the best way of doing this, but
homunculus.
without rubbing it all off. But we can just do. Smells like we can say this is the town actually, or just keep repurposing things. And so you guys are at like the gate. Like this is maybe like one of the gates.
Yeah.
You might be here, and
Right, but not Tinkertop, right? Tinkertop's
Tinkertop's saving people.
and we'll just say, various, and there's whoever is hanging out with probably, unless has Violet been exchanged? I don't know who's looking after now.
Pixie.
Khas?
I think it's a Khas.
Well, just the sort. No, it's the two of you.
Okay.
It's
Fine. Yeah.
It's our child.
But you can kind of see now as they're getting closer.
Waiting for the
You guys can do
adoption
perception
papers
checks
to go.
if you'd like.
Yep, I will perceive. I will perceive with a 25.
15, 19.
Very good.
9.
19, 9, 25.
Perceiving?
Sure.
You don't have to. You can be with Violet. Calm
I
her down.
will perceive nothing because I rolled a 2, so 4.
You are dealing with Violet right now. You are distracted and paying attention. But for those who have you rolled, I think maybe Khas, because you roll quite low as well.
Yeah,
I mean,
9.
you're probably both dealing with Violet, but the main and Khas, as it were, Alan and Khas are looking out, and you can see there's quite a few orcs in a group coming. They have a few of them. They're all quite tall green orcs. They have all sorts of like fur coats and things, random bits of armor, like not a lot, seemingly whatever scraps they've gotten hold of, they managed to equip and stuff. Lots of horns, things like this. But a few of them have on like these long chain leashes, these what you assume must be these basilisks or something. These creatures are kind of snapping, and they're almost the size of a person, but over, like they're almost like a large dog. But they've got blindfolds over their eyes. And you especially might notice this, Khas. Like you see, they've not been,
Unleashed yet.
and
They're in a pre-leased.
but there's quite
state.
a few groups of them around, and you probably will notice, I think with your slightly higher roll, you can see maybe a central figure, not quite at the front, but they look, most importantly, got the most decorations, and they're all armed somewhat to the teeth, some of them with flames on sticks and stuff, which of course producing smoke, and they come to a kind of halt, maybe I don't know how far away, maybe like 60 feet or something, so there's enough distance, but and the main person you kind of spotted kind of calls out, What should I do for them?
Orc accent. Here we go.
No, racism comes back. I do like broken English. It's fun to do, and then orcs are sometimes a good example for that. At least how they're done. So, and he kind of booms out, Have you found our children, or will you pay the price?
We got one of them, mate. Here she is.
I love after that. You're like, yeah, we got one of them, mate.
I'm going to use thaumaturgy to make my voice boom up to 3 times louder than it normally does, just so I can match the volume of this orc. And say, well, he's already said it, but
less grandiose way.
Yes. We have recovered the culprits and one of your children. There are 2 more that are being that we also must track down.
He's kind of like eyebrows raised, and a few of them are kind of like look like and
we should not waste too much time talking here.
Maybe one of them starts running out, and it looks like maybe a male and a female, and they come running out, and they kind of shout to the child, they're like, Zarthul, and then they like run down and they come
and
over
identify it and say, go to your mum, go to your dad.
And she kind of gives you a little tug on your clothing, but will run out to the parents, and they look so happy to see her.
Oh yay!
One of them's crying. They're like, they thought, oh, we thought we lost you, and they kind of cuddle there for a while, and the chieftain kind of nods. The other 2, where did you say?
We know where they are.
Well, we don't.
We know roughly where they are.
No, we don't.
We do.
The culprits who
direction is
kidnapped
not
your
where they
children
are.
had already sold them to another party.
Well, I think the child remembers where the other 2 were taken. They were bought by some people in fancy robes and ribbons.
Wait, you say it was not you, the town?
No.
Kataska did not steal?
No,
Red Thread stole them.
Well, no, it was these 2 idiots. It was these 2 idiots who stole them.
It's going to push them forward.
We did nothing. It's just wrong place, wrong time, And the child does, like Viola or, Zarthul or whatever, but point towards them, like, they were mean to me, and that's your parents will come up.
You tell them, darling.
For that, they must pay.
And we'll, they'll kind of like stomp right above the door. Oh, children can trust them,
Oh, you tied her up, and you were going to leave her to die.
Tied to them to the.
Yeah, they'll take the rope, by their shirt, lift them off the ground. They're like, oh no. Please, I'll do anything you need, please. And they kind of like, I think we have plans for you. And they'll, drag them off and throw them in front of the basilisks and take off the mask of one.
Oh, wow.
And they're like, what? They're like, you will do nicely as an ornament in my house.
I love a happy ending.
And they always stop these frozen guys like that and just hold them back.
So much less humane than just killing them.
Well, that's some form of justice, isn't it?
Again, the chieftain speaks. We did you poorly. I apologize greatly. We owe you a great debt to Kataska. We had strong reason to believe you were behind the kidnappings. But we must move before these people disappear, these red threads you speak of. We did work. Do you have any description? By red thread, I have.
I remember seeing that they had things tied around their hands.
Are you able to just send... Sorry, in character.
No. I can only send a message.
Oh, okay.
So I can't transmit like the picture, but I can describe it.
Yeah.
Maybe I get some material out and I wrap around my
Unfortunately,
hand.
the only people who actually know what they look like are stone. Actually, no, because I think the child.
child
knows.
knows.
Yeah.
That's how I know.
We passed by some people wearing red cloaks.
We could go and find them. I mean, if you could point us in the right direction, we
I
could
don't understand why I've not heard of such a group before.
I have not heard of these red threads before.
I don't think they're from around here.
Perhaps they're from somewhere else, like I am.
Yeah.
I'm going to give directions to him back to where we found the people, because that might be a place you can pick up their trail.
I thought the child knew where they were, right? Just didn't want to tell us because didn't want us to tell.
Come with us. You seem to know this information. We will find them now.
That
Oh,
sounds
yes.
fantastic. Yes.
I am happy to.
Oh, we just have to go and unpetrify the people. Our friend Tinkertop's just doing that. So.
Is that what you've been doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of turn them to stone. Or we
We are apologetic. We have an ancient ritual to undo it, but it would have taken...
We didn't even need to go and
Talk to that
Wait.
wanker on the hill.
I couldn't even finish my sentence.
Sorry.
But it is long and hard and does not always work.
Right, okay.
Yeah, sounds like talking to Old Joe.
yeah.
I am grateful that you have undone such horrific damage we've done to innocents.
No, I totally understand. If someone stole something I cared about, I would also bring in my petrifying snakes and turn an entire town to stone. It's just.
Are they common in this realm?
I've never seen one before in my life.
It's interesting. Yes.
Where do you get them?
We have trained them in our tribe before I was born, and before my mother was born, and before my mother was born.
Are they friendly?
To the right hand, they know discipline.
Oh, can I hope?
Give me an animal handling.
I hope you've got some of that potion
Come
left.
on, let's-
High
want
risk,
it.
low reward. Pet.
Oh,
Turn
it's
to
a
stone.
19. I want it to fail.
That's pretty good. Do you come over and you maybe?
Oh,
you
I'm
see
going to hum
one
it
of them-
something.
You hum a little tune.
Or you could summon the tune of the earth or turquoise.
Yeah, turquoise.
They start like barking unison. You know, like when you set dogs off.
Oh.
They're like,
Oh, they're great.
We must make haste then, if we can catch these people.
Of course. Should we ride with you in some form?
Right.
I don't know. Did they come on like beasts?
Just came on feet, didn't
They came on
didn't
feet.
they
They came on feet. Sorry.
They're these huge. Well, beasts have feet, I suppose, as well.
Yes.
But yes, they came on foot.
We will follow on foot then with you.
They marched quite fast as they came up. So again,
Well,
they
I
were
mean,
marked.
I think the
They're
patient's
quite
worn off
tall,
now.
large orcs.
Has
Fair enough.
TikTok finished unpetrifying?
Tinkertop.
I've just got it as my
I'm
TikTok now. I
gonna
can't
say
remember the
TikTok
actual
now.
name. Sorry. Have you finished unpetrifying the people yet?
Yeah, well, yeah, so
We can give. We can do a roll for it. See if you've. I feel like you've probably.
so the from academy training, you're meant to very delicately and precisely apply the potion with a brush in a spiral motion and then following the astronomical signs. But according to my calculations, if I can have access to a fire hose, we can get the job done a lot quicker. So that's what I've tried. I think I can dilute it just enough to get all the villagers, and that's what I've gone for. The quick and dirty option.
You go and find the grandma's
Firefighting
bathtub for you guys that remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can maybe speak to some village. You're like one of the villagers. Like you're asking for like, oh, is there some like large source of water? Oh yes, we have a well. And we
Oh,
can,
you need the Alex this crane shaped water.
that would like a
would
big
help.
sprinkler or something. So, oh yeah, we have a well. We can dilute it down and get a large effect if you think that'd be good. Yeah.
Do you have like a hose? Do you have like a firefighting?
Probably not so much in this setting. We're like medieval.
This is homeopathy rules.
Okay.
This is like maybe 10th century. Well, especially these guys you're hanging around with are probably a little bit earlier, if anything. You're gonna get
Yeah, I'm
more
ancient Egyptian.
rudimentary. True, so definitely no fires.
Okay. I should have put a plant mister next name. Okay. Yeah, we have a well and a bucket.
Yeah, or I suppose if we come back over and maybe, I feel like I'm doing this artificially though, but I don't know if when Zarthul he's trying to get the water, would you put 2 and 2 together?
Yeah.
Are we, yeah. Maybe you could help with the spell?
I'd be happy to assist, yes. I'm just checking my talent. I'm not stupid, so yeah.
No, you're not stupid. Haven't you got good at everything? Aren't you good at everything?
No, I've got 10 in intelligence. And then 8 in strength.
Does anyone have any strength?
Nope.
No.
Yeah. So I see you trying
People are
to
in
get
a
some
line at the
water.
well, and I'm
I can't remember how shaped water works, but I've seen 8 shapes of water.
Yeah, you can
At a
animate
certain
it.
distance,
So
yes,
probably
exactly.
throw it off with some. Like as soon as it gets out of a certain radius, it will stop being animated. But you could throw it with force.
Yeah.
So it would sprinkle like a sprinkler.
Yeah, sure.
in a spiral direction because I'm still slightly hesitant about my experimental results. So I'm going to have a nod to like the alchemists, and I'm going to say we're going to have a sprinkle. And hope it
You guys
works.
can sort that out.
Yeah.
I'll say there's probably a nice effect. Slowly.
I throw in some prestidigitation to make it sparkle a little bit as well.
Ooh, that'll
Why
make
not?
it work better, surely, yes. And yeah, some of the statues around slowly start to wiggle their fingers, and their hair gains color, and then suddenly a gasp of breath as it goes over their faces. Oh, I can wiggle my fingers. That's about it. This is good. Thank you.
But so, what was your name?
Why did you do this to me? Kevin! I am Kevin. Everyone loves me. I'm Kevin the Lovable.
Well met, Kevin.
Do you have a
Thank
family,
you.
Kevin?
I have yes, my family of other Kevins.
Kevin!
Yes, I'm Kevin.
And do you have
Kevin!
any pets in your household, like a cat?
Yes, and his name is Gerald.
Oh,
Ah.
we
don't like Gerald.
What colour is Gerald?
Oh, you're asking me too many questions. I just woke up. But the brown, it's just a cat, it's a nice brown.
Yeah,
It's got a bit of a
brown,
tortoise shell on it.
Oh,
but,
okay.
I like a tortoise shell.
tell calico cats. They're all female, so why is it called?
You can get some male ones.
Well, technically, it's actually a what's it called when they're like both? When they're
Chimera?
born, not a chimera, but like when you're born with both organs.
Hermaphrodite.
There's a
It's a
term,
hermaphrodite
something
cat.
sexual. I can't
Intersex?
Intersex, yeah. Oh, it's an
Which
intersex cat.
episode is what a hermaphrodite?
And we decided we rolled a dice, and we rolled a d20, and it came out as Gerald. So,
Okay.
sorry, Tim.
That's
I
fascinating.
need to get an electrician. I literally spent the other day with the light in that bathroom trying to rewire, restrip the wire, and it's just I don't know what's happened to it.
That's okay. I need to apologise more to you,
Why?
because I didn't take my mic off before.
No,
So that's going to be on the recording for you to listen to at some point.
you say that. You say that. I
Well,
didn't
we've
mention.
just set up the sprinkler system.
You've literally got sound effects.
Leave it in. People think it's an effect.
They can never know. Like, how did you do that? We just.
Oh, it sounds very natural. In the first session we're in, you did go to the toilet, and as I went, I listened to the whole session, and I got to the bit, and I was like, I'm glad I listened through to this part, because it's just like, in the background, you didn't hear anything other than just like some water bits, you wash your hand, like ruffling the lid of the toilet.
Oh, well, it'll be that again.
But I edited it. I muted you for that bit.
Well, I'm glad. But also, if that works as a sound effect, or whatever hose stuff is going on, then jolly good.
We can have a soundboard later. It's fine.
I was also talking into the toilet. I need the toilet, but I'm going to take this off.
There you go. Then I don't have to edit that out. So
I have to edit this one out. Wait, so there's no light?
Yes.
Yeah. So
there's no light.
no
There
light.
is.
No
So
light.
the light in the thing doesn't work. So what I do is turn the light on in the hall
Yeah.
and close that kitchen door
Oh, okay.
because that privacy, and then at least there's
We need to
sunlight.
get an electrician, because I literally I thought, changing light bulb doesn't work.
Also, your phone light
No.
is helpful.
I can give you a bike light.
It's all right. I'll do it.
It's annoying having to call an electrician. I thought it was a dodgy connection, but I restripped the wires and that didn't do it.
I had an electrician. I could give you a number. He was quite good. He fixed my cooker clock and also the cooker fan, even though I didn't ask him to.
I will appreciate that because our oven also, the thermostat's broken. Catherine keeps going like, we need to get the light fixed, we need to get the oven fixed, we need to get, there's like a whole list. So yeah, we need an electrician for a few things. Cool. Anyway, so you guys are able to save Kevin and all his Kevin friends.
I'm Gerald.
Who the hell's Kevin?
I told you you missed out on a lot.
You missed out so much and so little at the same time.
Missed the whole family and their entire history and their
Intersect
pets and
cat.
Gerald.
About insect cats, Gerald.
But they're not like Gerald. He's not part of the family, I don't think.
What family even is this? An orc family?
It's a human family who's
Human
been defrosted from stone.
Oh,
T-stone.
right.
I kept
okay,
asking
yeah.
more and more questions, so it just got to that point. So all these people have pretty much gone out the stone now, the petrification, and they're all like, they're all, they're like the other villagers as well are celebrating, they're hugging each other, they thought they'd
Kevin,
lost
do you
their
know
friends.
any of these people?
Yes, this is Bob, this is Fred, this is Jimothy, this is Walla Walla Ding 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 Dang. He's from a far away place, but he's
Yes.
really nice.
I am also from a far away place and have a weird name, so it's fine.
Oh, what is your name?
Zarthul. You'll remember it, I'm sure.
What is it? Are you Zarthul Kevin?
Oh, no,
From
no,
the
that
family?
is my second name.
Ah. What is your first name?
I haven't decided it yet.
Oh, sometimes it'd be hard. I mean, it was quite easy for me to decide Kevin due to my family history. Anyways, so you guys are able to do that, and the chieftain will try and. There's a couple things I wanted to sort out. So it's up to you whether you guys want me to make sure the session. I don't know what you guys are doing for time because there's a couple things I still wanted to do to polish this whole story off.
That's fine.
But it's up to you guys whether you want to enter in and I can turn it into another session, or whether we can move along. Like, I don't know what you guys are doing for time, basically, is what I'm saying.
I'm getting a little tired.
Yeah, I-
so-
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
And like, how much
My
more
legs are
planned?
stopped awake.
Like, is it a session's worth or?
Well, the thing is, I can always make it
Yeah,
Yeah,
a
that's true.
session's worth. I can add in
Random
more
boss
stuff.
out of the bushes.
Yeah, like I
For
can
us
make.
to vent our frustrations.
I was
on.
expecting to get this done here, but I can add in more material because there was two. I mean, one thing. Well, there was at least one important thing that I wanted you guys to
Were you
do.
expecting the hour-long stoner sequence in your plans?
The hour-long.
Stoner sequence.
No.
There you go then.
I mean,
Yeah, can we just go back up that mountain once everyone's safe and kick that
No.
turtle's ass?
I mean, maybe, but okay, yeah, if you're going to kick his ass, then yes.
I know, I don't agree. He's our best friend. He's a
Give
miracle man.
us tea.
Because I think the things I want to do will probably take like 20 minutes. So it's whether you guys want to do 20, 25 minutes or whether you want to call it now. And I'm fine with either.
I don't know if I want to do it because I'm feeling tired. I don't know if I want
Sure,
to.
we can call it in.
I
I'll turn
think
to
I
another
prefer it
session.
later,
Yeah.
personally. Yeah.
Mhm.
Let's do another session. Make it longer.
Cool, and we'll polish it off
More is more.
with that. Cool. Because I don't want to skip that bit. That was
Okay.
It's quite an important plot bit. Cool. So we'll call it there as you guys go off with the chieftain to go and stop these.
And the village has a party, and it's like the scene at the end of Star Wars. Everyone's like, dancing around.
BG3 with the teeth.
Next time, tune in.
And then they all get slaughtered on the road. Yeah.
So hopefully that was all right. Thanks guys for
That was really good fun. Thank you.
That was great.